Isn't this going to be blocking my... See?
It is.
What did I say?
Okay, your enemies.
That's what they tried to do to me yesterday.
Is it? Y'all don't want me to be great.
Who's they?
You know who.
What are you?
You
are the they you
and
speak
them.
of.
They and them.
You are the they you speak of, sir. Bro. Well, good morning, people. It is Tuesday, the 24th of October. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Mark from the east side of the bridge. Morning, people.
Your favorite shade queen, always my own royalty.
It's your girl, just Geen.
Louder. Louder, please. Louder, please. The fitness queen.
The fitness queen.
Selling out
Representing
shows.
the black queens.
Period.
How you mean?
I know that's right.
Period.
Always.
They call me you, man. Pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right. I thought you were going to add something else into that.
No,
Okay.
I won't.
That's good. And
I was tempted to, but
Jam up. Morning. Queen of BOE
that's right.
in the building.
Always.
Purr.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How are you doing, Eman, today?
my back is
Shame-wise.
finished, man.
I just mean on a level of being swindled.
Yeah, man.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in all right, man.
We got Rebecca though. Our Tinder, we've got a TDA swindler. I saw Brent for the episode and I was absolutely finished.
That was Von. What is
Oh, is it Von that said it?
Von that said it. I said, yeah.
TDA swindler. Love that for her.
It was, yeah.
Everyone good? Gina, how are you doing, ma'am?
I am tired.
I want to.
Respectfully.
Still.
It makes sense why.
What do you mean still? You know, yesterday I was limping. Like, my body is very, very tired.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You really put on a show.
Thanks,
You were
man.
amazing.
Thank
I
you.
could do it all again, so I don't know.
I bet you could. My cheeks are
You're
still recovering.
He's your Pakistan. No, I
Listen.
was on the floor.
Honestly,
I was on the floor. But everybody kept saying that to me. I didn't realise it, obviously. I guess because I'm used to seeing loads of women in gym, innit? But my sister was even like, why does everyone there have a big bum? I was like,
Because we've been working.
I don't know.
She said beats and bats. She said train to slay.
Because I've been to
my class before.
class.
and then the last one at where was it in
The park, Victoria Park.
Yeah, Victoria Park. I don't know, for some reason when I walked in there, I said, wow.
Literally.
Well, damn.
Well, damn.
I don't know. Do you know what I think it is? I think what I really liked was there was also a lot of people there who aren't like proper fitness girls who their friends probably bought them or like they want to work out, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more
It
for
was
fun.
really fun, man.
So I
Do you know,
think-
honestly, big up you, man.
Thanks, man.
Big up you, because the community you built is proper lit.
Honestly.
No.
It's that you got a community, and it's like, it's just good vibes. And even like the way, so obviously I did your train stay during lockdown, right?
Yeah.
And it was virtual, it was remote, but you could always feel everyone's energy. And even there's times when Gina would be like, okay, another round of burpees. And we're all in the comments like, ma'am. But Gina will keep going, and like her going pushes everyone to keep going. Like your energy, even if she was tired, sis is just her energy's on 100 going, and that really motivates people. And literally yesterday, or Sunday, sorry, that you can see that you've built an amazing community. It's the first of many. The first of many in different countries. Amen, church. Amen.
I'm trying to go on tour, guys.
Amen to
Trying?
that.
No,
You
like,
are
I would-
going on tour.
you are
know what?
exactly.
Big up.
Should do one on a beach.
That'll be lit.
No, the
He
sand.
just want to see
The sand is
everyone.
just that's it.
He just wants to see
You know,
everyone in
he wants to
bikinis.
come in bikinis.
Literally.
He's like, if it's on the beach, does the dress code change or? No, but you know, it was lit though. Everyone being in fitness gear as well. I was like, this is.
Yeah.
See
It
how
was so freeing.
See how and the thing is,
Honestly-
yeah. Before, like towards like the day, I guess everyone had a lot of questions, and I
Yeah.
started to even doubt. Because in my head,
The
it made
concept.
sense. Like,
it did.
I thought of the concept and I thought, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
But you know when other people start, and this isn't them putting bad energy, but it's like genuine questions.
We've never done it before.
And I was thinking, oh my gosh, have I got this completely wrong? Because I just thought, wait a minute, like, are people going to be worried about having to shower and like all that stuff? And I thought, but in my head, I thought, me, I sweat my ass off when I go to the club anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a dancing human, so.
You're a dancing
but
human.
I am, man. The dancing duo.
Oh, we know.
Literally. So
Caught y'all in 4K.
I thought it should be fine. But
It was
honestly,
fine. It was fun.
it worked out so well. Do you know what? There's so many points here that like I wanted to be sick. So for example, the event started at 3.
Yeah.
Why were people there from like 1:30 queuing up outside? I didn't get it.
Oh my God.
So when we were
No, big up them.
there,
That's amazing.
when we were there, they were like, Gina, people outside. I said, why?
It's 1:30.
Like, why are you?
Because
Why are you
they wanted to be at the
here?
front.
I
Yeah.
know.
Because they wanted to be
Yeah.
at the front.
Yeah, but why?
Because they wanted to see you, Gina.
I know,
Can you
but
please?
Brilliant.
that stuff was making me like, I thought I'm gonna be sick.
They said they want to see the workout, the moves in 4K.
Yeah, I need to be live and direct.
And then
Exactly.
my friends went outside and they were like, and then people kept messaging me saying, Gina, the queue. I said, how was there a queue? Then my friends showed me, went outside and recorded the video. I said, no, I'm gonna be sick. I said, why? Then people started coming in, and then it was like 3:30, and they're like, goodie bags are done. And then people were beefing about goodie bags, and I was like, guys, calm down. It's a freaking goodie bag. There's food in there, man.
Yeah.
You don't think it's Gymshark clothes in there? I know. That's why you're. That's why you're angry, but it's not that. Like, reduce it. Super small.
That's so
But
funny.
then like they started showing me videos, and then I thought, nah, like.
We're
this
really
is-
doing this.
And then in my head, upstairs wasn't meant to be for working out was more meant to be like people
Oh, no, we
watching
were
and stuff, right?
working out.
No, they had to
We were
because it was
working
too
out.
full.
Yeah.
So we obviously didn't think about. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, I wanted to sell even more tickets, and the venue were like, "Ma'am, I think this will be fine." And I was like, "You sure?" So when I saw it, I said, "Yeah."
It was lit.
I said I would have had to give hella refunds, boy, if I went over, because it was tight.
You know, it was.
It was very tight.
Because
And
you
I,
were like star jump. I said, I'm gonna give you.
yeah, like I didn't realize it. So when I came and I got on stage, I thought, oh no, there's a lot of humans here. And then when I saw like it was dark, but then the lights kind of went up. I said, no, why is there so many people here?
Yeah, because even upstairs, I didn't think people were really gonna work out upstairs. Everyone was
They
in fitness
was.
clothes.
No,
but
they
then I
were.
remember when I got upstairs, they were like basically
People put
the
themselves in
side I
sections.
was, we basically were like, okay, this is the part we're gonna work out. But when I see videos afterwards, everybody upstairs working out basically.
Literally, when I got in there, and then I was kind of trying, and then some girl was like, "Are you gonna still be standing there?" I said, "Oh, sorry."
No, because we're working out.
I said, "Oh."
And as we were trying to come to the front to see you, we're like, no, like, if you're not working out, get a band. Back of the line, mate. We're trying to get our pops in. It was really fun, man. And the counting and everything, it was so much. Certain moves you were doing, I was thinking, how am I supposed to count when I'm out of breath?
I know, but that's what happens in
Because
class normally, and everyone
I'm
gets
dying.
angry. And you lot are lucky because it was that environment. Yeah, I couldn't do what I usually do because of like production.
Oh, yeah,
Because usually I'm not gonna lie, when I teach, I have a skeleton, but I freestyle. I always say as the spirit leads, literally, and it's not a good thing because it's always 10 times harder than I actually plan.
Leading you to burpees.
So in class, it's always harder, and like when people get tired, they stop counting. So I make us do it again and again and again. But I couldn't do that because we was on a schedule. So I was like, you lot were lucky. If it was in the normal setting,
No, it was such a good workout. It was really good. It was such a good event, really good vibes. Everything was just great. And I was like, no, I want to go to more events in fitness clothes.
no, because
It was so freeing.
Do you know what? Big up God, because this literally came to me in the shower.
Showers
I
really have your best ideas.
literally birthed this. I was literally having a shower and I thought, I want to do an event. But obviously, the original idea and plan I had didn't get to happen. I think I'm going to do that next year though.
Move.
Like, because if I do it, it has to be bigger.
Yeah.
It won't work like being the way.
No.
And two things. I think this whole process has shown me that everything happens for. I know everything happens for a reason anyway,
Absolutely,
but you know, in the moment you're in your feelings
Sometimes you need-
because it's not what you want.
Yeah.
So originally, the event was meant to be me and other people. I'm not going to say. I know, but I'm not going to say because I still want to do it.
Exactly.
And it didn't manage to go to plan. And like last minute, they kind of had to drop out, and I had to like rethink about how I'm going to do it. And my friend said to me, she was like, she's so happy that it didn't go to plan because she was like, Gina, everyone came there for you. She said if you did it with other people, the way you
might have been
planned
like,
to do it, you wouldn't have believed in your own source. You would have thought that everything
came
happened
for
because
them.
of everybody else.
Yes.
She was like, I'm even happy that you didn't announce the guest and you kept it as a surprise. Because again, people came there not knowing who was performing. No one knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You literally kept everything as an element
That
of
was so
surprise
fun.
and had everyone in the
That
building
was
for
so
you.
fun.
I know, like I was so. do you know what? I knew what I wanted it to be like, and there was even a point where I thought, should I announce the guest? Should I not?
No. I feel
Because
like
it might help with ticket sales. Then I was like, no, because I know what reaction I'm after. I'm a firm believer of like underselling and over delivering. Do you know what I mean? Because then people are gonna think, you got value for money.
Everyone carried last. Anybody that was not there,
The
I will
you carried
categorically
last.
tell you carried last.
Literally.
You did.
You not got a free concert
No, literally
innit?
with 3 artists.
with 3 artists.
And
Nah,
to be
it was
honest,
lit, man.
all the women there, like wearing Gymshark, I was even telling, we was having this conversation with my friend Sarah, and we was just like, Gina needs her own line. I'm sorry, she needs her own line because
Can we act Gymshark?
honestly, you need your own line, and I'll be right there front and center.
When you're next one, everyone
Because
just kit it out.
of you, I'm wearing the Gymshark. Like, obviously, I told you I got that outfit specifically, but realistically, I need your line.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
Just imagine, you didn't even tell them to wear nothing.
Yeah.
Just and they came there
Kit it
wearing that just because of you.
Yeah.
Now, imagine when you tell them.
Do you know what?
Imagine when you tell them entry is only if you're rocking this.
Yes.
From the new line.
We're
Do you
like,
know
we're like,
You
Gina,
mad?
what colour?
Yeah.
Which colour, Gina?
Do you know what I think
Honestly,
is sick?
Clip this up.
No, we're gonna.
That's what you do.
That's what
I
you
said,
do.
clip this
That's
out.
your job. That is your job.
Brett, clip this out.
That is your job, not mine. But no, thank you lot for coming. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for having fun. Thank you for believing in my vision and for allowing it to come to life. Like, I think it's so weird because imposter syndrome is something I don't think I should suffer from, but I do. And I feel like as I've got bigger in my career, it's got worse. And it's so interesting because I feel like when I first started, I didn't really have imposter syndrome. I was so fearless. Like I did events, like do you know what I mean? I just would do things and not care. But with this, I was so anxious. Like I lost so much sleep over it. And my friends were like, no one understood. Like they just, like, and no one took me in. Every time I had one of them moments, knock it off. Like nobody gave me a minute to even just be in my feelings. Like no one cared at all. And I got really offended. I just thought, excuse me, you're reducing my experience. But I'm glad.
They're seeing it though. They
Because-
see the excellence.
And loads of people called me yesterday and was like, how are you feeling? And because they know what I'm like, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a person who I focus on the it could be the tiniest negative. So I'm like,
Gina, I know you're not doing
it was tight, man. Like, you know what I mean? But I said, but you know what, yeah? If I sit here right now and I start nitpicking at the small things, I'm going to be the most ungrateful person in the world. And God is going to take all these blessings away from me.
Yeah.
I said, so honestly, it couldn't have gone any better. I think
It was lit.
I don't think there's anything more I could have done, especially with it being my first time. I've never done nothing before. So when people are like, what to expect, I thought, I don't know. Like, we're going to figure it out together. Do you know what I mean? I had an idea in my head
Yeah.
and it could have not worked, but it did. And things went
did.
smooth.
Do you know how lit it was? It was so lit, I forgot to stop my watch.
No, so did I.
I'm downstairs because I was dancing all over the place. I was doing all
But
sorts.
it added the steps
Then I was like,
though.
I said, wait a minute. It was 2 hours. I said, you know what though? But the calories were still counting because I was still,
You were still
doing
moving your
enjoyment.
body.
was so much fun,
I
man.
want to big up my friends, yeah, because they literally went above and beyond for me. I'm bigging up Beverly, Daniel, Benga, Delaney, Georgia, Bode, Julian. Yeah, you lot are the real MVPs because I couldn't have done that without them.
That's it.
Literally couldn't have done it without them. Like they were, Lanray even, he'll cry if I don't literally. Sorry. My fake tour manager. Such a beg. No, he is fake. You know when man them just want to act like they're important on the day so they can
I
snap
love
and
people
act like
that.
tough move,
And they always be the
man.
ones that walking up and down.
Yeah,
and
literally.
Well, you know you ain't going nowhere. You're going nowhere.
Go and sit down because you're doing the most.
I love it. Looking
but,
busy.
But honestly, like, they kept me grounded. Like, each and every single one of them contributed in more ways than I could even imagine. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's financially, emotionally, like, just even taking your time out to, like, we had meetings all the time. Do you know what I mean? And you
Like,
lot could be doing other things with your time.
You could tell it was a tight run ship.
No, you see Beverly, yeah?
No, baby, don't play.
I'm sorry. You see Beverly, that human being, I don't get it.
Beverly's a machine.
She
on
like
point.
you see how Beverly's so I respect her so much here because she literally
Beverly
has my life
works
in order.
hard.
On the day, even if anyone came to don't talk to her, talk to me, hello, hi, like
Yeah.
she's too on job. Like everything I didn't think, like there's so many things I didn't think about because again I don't run events, right?
Yeah.
That she literally was like, no, we need this, and I thought, yeah, clearly I haven't thought about this. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah.
That's why you need a team. And you got a great team.
Literally,
Honestly.
and the branding.
Sick.
Yeah, the little floating clouds.
Listen,
I was like, no, this
like-
is so nice. This is so. It was a great touch.
nah,
You
man.
missed it. Yeah, you're looking at cheeks. You were looking at.
Yeah.
You were eye level. Right?
You asked him to look up?
Imagine. He was like, of me. You were at eye level.
Freaking
A bit lower.
floating cloud.
Now there was like little bubbles of like Train to Slay, Just Gene, like little
Martin
bubbles.
didn't
No,
know
a
a
damn
damn
thing
thing
about
They were
that.
floating in the sky.
Girl, he's not gonna know. How would he know? How would he know?
That was above me.
Yeah, it was literally.
above your remake.
Oh,
He had one job.
it was honestly so much fun.
level.
Well done, man. It was really.
Thank
it
you.
was so much
And
fun.
I honestly believe that if you are single and ready to mingle, I feel like those are the kind of events you need to be at because I feel like
No, you don't really want to be
would say
pressed up
this-
on gal in gym gear. If
No,
they come in there
not-
to work and you're
No,
like, that's
not
not.
pressing up, but like. Because you know what? I had veterans who came and actually worked out and trained and worked in gym gear, and he was like, brother, I cleaned up. I said, you know what? I love
It is
Yeah, because
easier
he
if-
was.
If you come in
if I
gym
was,
gear,
maybe if I was working out, it would have been
You
alright.
can have. Exactly. In your attire, you can have.
But that's what I'm saying. If you came in gym wear and you actually participated, it would have been a lot easier for you
Yeah.
to mingle with people.
Yeah.
Because you're all on the same thing. There was actually guys who worked out who came in gym wear who actually got in a workout.
Yeah, because in my mind, I said, I can't, like, the music was running, innit? I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
"Bro, I can't even hold a wine.
I
In
cannot.
your jeans and wearing gym wear, knock it off. Knock it off.
No, that was a lot of fun.
Just put on your lycra, man, next time.
The
Like
sea
that.
of melanin.
No, it was beautiful.
Hey,
It's beautiful.
It was
But
a
do you know
sight
what
to
I
see.
really also liked as well, though? That it was also still a diverse crowd as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like when I was looking at the queue, I thought every race is up in here,
Yeah.
and that's what I love as well. Like, do you know what my friend said though? He was like, Gina, but we are the community. He was like, you know, if you do an event for black people, you get everybody else there.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yes.
Yep.
He said because of our vibe, our music, everything about us, it attracts other races anyway.
100%.
So he was like, you're always gonna. He was like, cater for black people. You always get everybody else coming to the door, regardless. And I was like, you know what, you're right, you know, literally.
That's it.
So yeah, man. Here's to many more.
Here's to many
Amen.
more.
Amen.
Amen to that. Amen to that. We
No,
go
you
again.
really call it the market. I'm sorry. Because
And if you see anybody doing fitness day parties moving forward, you know where
where
it's
it's
came from.
Exactly.
Because it ain't been done before.
No.
Just
No.
saying.
Nope, not like that. Not ever. It was lit, man. It was honestly such a good time. Had a great time.
When's the next one?
Do you know what? Fingers crossed, January.
Amen to that.
And the crazy thing is, I wasn't even trying to do them often. I'm gonna be honest. I thought once a year.
Yeah.
And the abuse I've been receiving is like, are you done?
Yeah, it
I have
needs
to
to be
wait a
more
whole year
regular.
for that.
You know, it's so funny because on the night I was gonna say, oh, like, okay, so go again.
Yeah,
You kind of thing. But let me give her a night off.
No, but like literally everybody's like, when's the next one? And someone was like, Gina, this is my new rave. Like they were like,
No, it was. So,
they were like, I was in bed by midnight. How can one girl be like,
those are my
she's like,
favorite ones.
I've worked out, I've burnt calories, I've eaten because I'm drunk and I'm gonna get home before 12.
Understand that.
She said,
Exactly.
Gina, I don't want anything more than this.
and I'm uncomfortable. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable.
and I'm in
Comfortable clothes.
comfortable
I'm weird.
clothing.
Yeah.
And I was looking damn
That's
good.
the best.
Man.
No, your hair was swinging.
Hey.
Literally, I thought, how?
I love that for me, you know.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
No, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
And
But
you know,
yeah,
you know how women always want to have like comfortable, safe environment for
Yeah.
them to just vibe and
But it was
Yeah.
that.
And it
yeah.
was that.
ratio, nice for the men. Yeah, 100%, man.
But
Make
the
sure it's
ratio will
not
be
you.
different next time, though.
There'll be more guys.
Of course it will.
After this one.
After your review.
Yes.
Your review.
Your review
alone.
Pakistan, you know.
No, your review kills me
So
though.
why didn't you repost it?
Honestly,
Did you tag me?
Of course I
No,
did.
no. Let me lie. Send it to me. No, you know what? Let me lie. No. Basically, yeah. If you saw my socials on the day, I had someone come and do my social media, so I wasn't allowed to
Socials
repost.
were clean, to be fair.
Yeah, and I wasn't allowed to repost anything until she was finished. And then she was like, on stories, it caps you at 100 posts.
Yeah.
So she was
Oh,
like,
does it?
don't, yeah, if you start adding plus after 100, it takes off the first stuff that you've posted.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair though, because and he had the whole
The frames.
template. Yeah,
Right, so that's
exactly.
why
That's fair.
That
I
was
only
clean as
started.
well,
You
the
got
template.
to allow that.
I only started reposting like last night,
Or when
and
some of them
obviously I would
went
have because I've already opened your video. I didn't remember, but your review is lit. So can you do me a favor and send it to me? Because what I'm gonna do is put it up. No, I'm being serious.
Alright, cool.
Do it now. Because you won't do it.
Mark's gonna come with his headband. He said, and shorts and leggings.
Well, next time,
Yeah.
Wristbands, you know the wristbands.
if I see you with headband, I'm slapping that shit off your head. If I see you with a headband, I'm slapping that shit off your scalp. Don't you dare.
She said your scalp was
Don't you dare. Be bold and come in there with a headband.
I told you I'm wearing the shorts with the leggings.
We was like,
do it.
You know what I'm talking about?
like, you know, back in the day, and they know the workout tapes, the video tapes.
My boy
funny.
sent me
you're a
thing of
joker.
motivator.
I was
And
just
he
going to say that.
said, he goes, Gina, all the man them said they're putting up next time like this. Because obviously, I guess people who were watching were like,
There was one guy in a wig.
oh, yes.
He does content. He was doing
content.
some-
Okay,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so confused.
It's like his alter ego.
No, that's Mark's. That's how Mark's put up.
Literally.
That's literally what I'm gonna step through. I'm gonna clean up.
Oh my gosh, I cannot, man. That's so funny. Well, that was an amazing time, man.
Yeah, it was.
Big up you, Gina.
Thank you.
100%.
Black excellence in person.
January, we're going to make it.
We
Go again.
Yeah, we're
100%.
literally going
We
again.
move. I'm looking forward to it.
You think in the same venue or?
They want, let me tell you what's
Okay.
jokes.
No way.
Before the event, before we even went live with the event,
Yeah.
we had a meeting and they're like, obviously we can see how things are going, and would you be interested in
Oh, is that
coming
right?
back? And that was this is for January. Obviously now it's happened. The stage manager on the day, I love it. His name is George. Big up George.
No, I saw him on. I think it was Dan.
Danai, he
was having a time.
what?
He was
No,
having a
no,
good time.
He had a time,
He had a time.
and he said listen, you were a pleasure to work with. Like honestly, anytime.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Anytime. I guess because it's not their usual. Do you know what it is? There was no drama. I guess they're used to like rowdy crowds.
And it was just so. It was because it really was.
And
the
I've
vibes.
noticed that they
move. I'm not gonna lie. On a normal day, that venue, the security, they move wild.
Yeah.
they're really rude. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
It's not an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
But obviously, because of the crowd, they couldn't have asked for more. I was even surprised they didn't even kick us out afterwards. We were like, they're like.
No, take your time.
We literally chilled for
time,
like an
your
hour,
family now.
just chilling, because everyone was exhausted. We'd been there since 12,
Yeah.
so they were very like,
Take your time.
there was no issues, no drama, whatnot. So
It was good energy, man.
yeah, I think it most likely we'll be in the same venue again, but in the summer I'm trying to go
Ooh,
outside,
that'd be
and-
lit.
outside. But
Then we're getting the shorts out. Let's do it.
You've heard
Let's
it.
go, ladies.
You've heard it here
Already.
first, yeah,
That'd
and
be
I'm
lit.
saying it with my chest. I'm doing the O2 Arena.
Amen.
I'm just saying it.
Horns, Brent.
Louder, my friend.
I'm doing
Amen.
I'm gonna do the O2 Arena.
That's
Love
it.
I'm saying it with my chest.
Amen.
We
Because
claim it.
that's what I want to do,
Amen.
That'd be
It's
lit.
gonna happen.
literally. So if it
That'd
can
be
happen
lit.
next year, then
Jeez.
What? There's nothing God can't do. Let's do it.
so we're aiming for that kind of level. I think it's doable,
Of course.
It is.
literally.
Because literally, I think when I walked in here and I looked downstairs, I said, nah. And I think what was so sick as well was that everybody here is literally here for Gina. That speaks volumes. And you know, like you've got a whole, because we were talking about yesterday how like when you're on stage,
I'm
you're
a
not
different
Gina.
person, innit? Yeah.
So it was so funny because I think it was one of the girls' story, right? And you're backstage and like, and then it was when
yeah,
Remy
when
was
I was
announcing
there,
you,
I got-
Big up
was
Remy
so-
Bikes,
so
announcing
shy.
you, and then you were like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so nervous. And it was because as soon as you got on the stairs here, you're just different.
Yeah.
I said, look at that. It's like you walk through like an invisible door and you're just different now. I said,
Do you
look at
know what? I'm gonna be honest. I
Matthew.
come alive on stage though. Oh,
Now you
Matthew
do.
tonight. I'm gonna be just Jean.
It's like the stars in your eyes transition.
that. You know? Yeah. It was,
I literally come alive.
it was
though,
so
I'm not gonna
funny.
lie.
Because like 2 seconds ago, the girl was so much, oh my gosh, guys,
I'm gonna be
so
sick,
nervous,
but
I'm gonna be
that's
sick, I'm gonna be
literally how I
sick.
feel.
And she went on the second step and she was like, okay, I said, all right. This is it. This is how we
You
do
know what it
it.
is? I'm big on energy though. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a magnet. Like I thrive.
Yeah,
off
but your energy when you're working out is infectious.
Yeah.
So.
Even with
That's
your
what's kept it.
interactions with like Gracious,
Yeah.
Mr. Silva and Danae, it's like,
Do you know what it
you
is?
was-
Secretly, I should have been a rapper or a singer, but God didn't give me that talent.
So you're on the
All I
stage
need is
though.
a stage, God.
You're on stage though.
All I need is a stage. So I can be any. My cousin was like, "Why are you such a hype man?" And she was like, "Gina, if I could bet anybody that you're gonna throw your fist in the air, I would be $1 million. Like I'd be rich. Every minute you're just your hands."
Yeah. You
I
love
was
a fist throwing.
like,
Yeah, you
I'm
do that.
sorry. I know I can't help it.
No,
I
it's sick.
I
Don't
just
you
like,
dare.
I
That's-
like
that's
having
it.
fun.
It's fun though, but that's what people come to see.
Yeah, man.
We go again next year, man.
We
You heard it here
literally-
first.
Don't dull. Some of you lot were
Don't dull, man.
coming to, oh, why are your tickets so expensive? I don't even think the tickets were expensive personally
How much
because
were
You
they
had
again?
free food.
like 25, 30 and 35.
You had free
Indeed.
food.
No, but I had people asking me like, why is it that price?
You had
Like,
goodie bags.
I
and
literally
free
had
food.
You know, I didn't even know you had tears.
I did,
Sure.
yeah. I had 25, 30, and 35. And people were like, why are your tickets so expensive? Like, what is it? Aren't we just coming to train? I said,
That's
ma'am.
fine. No, you can YouTube that.
I said,
then.
if you don't want to come, it's fine, because I think you got more than your money's worth
You definitely did.
being in that environment.
No, but that venue alone, I'm sorry.
Do you know where
Are
the
you
venue
okay?
goes? Do you know where we are?
Okay.
Do you know where we are?
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah, but you got free food. Because you be paying the same for raves with meaty DJs.
to be frank,
I
Didn't
mean,
come from me.
I mean,
to be quite candid,
I mean.
To be quite candid.
literally,
But, no, it's lit, man. We go again.
we do.
I'm looking forward to it. Well done. All right, well, it is Black. I mean, we've started with the best Black
Sure.
history there is.
That's right.
But let's get into the other segment of it.
All right, people. So like I just said, this is our Black History Month segment. Lest we forget.
We forget,
Today,
honey.
we have to big up the mighty nation of Zambia.
Beep, beep, beep.
So first and foremost, happy independence to
Happy
Zambia.
Independence Day to Zambia.
Yes. They got their independence today, 24th of October, 1964. Right? I want to get straight into the facts, right? Because there's a lot of stuff about Zambia that I definitely didn't know, right? And again, I think one of the beautiful things about this segment is that you just find out so many
So much
interesting
stuff, man.
Because let's be honest, a lot of the time we just hear Nigeria and Ghana. and Jamaica.
And Jamaica.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes Trinidad.
The loudest.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard
all
Trinidad
these-
Brent. I'm playing Nicki Minaj from there.
But it's just there's so much beauty and I guess culture to every African nation, every black nation across the planet. So Zambia, more than 70 languages are spoken there.
That's lit.
More than 70 languages.
That's it.
Yep, it's inhabited by about 73 tribes. So again, each of them have their own language. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, 1 second. You'd find Africa's largest wetlands in Zambia.
What's a wetland?
So, basically, they've got a place called Barotse Land, and they've got an interesting natural phenomenon, right? So, I'm going to get into it. So, on the Zambezi River, there's a Barotse floodplain. So, Brent, if you type in Barotse, yeah, Barotse, and then land, right? This particular floodplain is home to 250,000 people. Right, and they basically live in huts on small islands right on the river. Yeah. And so basically, with the arrival of the annual floods in the spring, these people move to new homes as their original ones end up underwater. Right? Put in wetlands as well, or floodplain. And then you basically see it. But basically, long story short, this particular area, it's just more and more water basically gathers every spring.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they live in this particular area. So they have to obviously move and then come back and all that type of stuff. And basically it's part of their culture, because they even have a traditional ceremony that accompanies this entire, I guess, move, and it's called Kuomboka. Also, they've got something called the smoke that thunders. The world knows that as Victoria Falls, right? But it's one of the natural wonders of the world. And there's a bit of a history to it. So there was a Scottish explorer by the name of David Livingstone, and he spotted them and named them after his queen, right? The falls were given their name by the local Lozzie tribe. Yeah.
It's like a nice wallpaper.
Yeah.
Is Victoria Falls the one it shares the border between Zimbabwe and
Yes, I believe so.
Zambia?
It's in the mother tongue of the land, right? It's called Mosi or Atunya, which translates as smoke that thunders. And basically, anyone who sees the thundering water that's how powerful, because it's a waterfall basically. It's just thundering water, crazy, and then mist rises. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
And that's basically why it has that name. And the mist rises, like tens of meters high. You know what I'm saying? And basically, this is why it has that name. Also, one of Africa's oldest refugee settlements is located in Zambia. Yeah. So Zambia is home to around 100,000 refugees who have fled violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Angola, Rwanda. And in Zambia, they live either in the cities or mainly in refugee settlements. And it's this particular settlement, I'm definitely can't pronounce it probably, but I'll try. Mayukwayukwa. And basically, it was founded in 1966, and it's one of the oldest refugee settlements in Africa. It's located in the Western Province, and it's home to 14,000 people. And essentially, it's basically like a small town where the refugees have their own shops, restaurants, tailoring workshops, ICT centers, and all sorts, right? So 1 second. Zambia also boasts a rich variety of wildlife, and it's home to some of Africa's most pristine and unspoiled national parks. So, so they've got a national park called South Luangwa, so South Luangwa National Park, and the Lower Zambezi National Park, and they're both renowned for their diverse ecosystems and abundant wildlife. So they've got elephants there, lions, leopards, various antelope species as well. And yeah, man, the country is also known as a great destination if you want to go on safaris, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely on my list of places to go.
Yeah, you love a safari, innit? You went in a long flowy dress too. I've been in gym wear ready to run if I need to.
I know, I'm not gonna lie, that one was risking it for a chocolate biscuit.
Right.
Also, I forgot to mention that Victoria Falls is, I'm pretty sure you guys would know anyway, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well. So it's a popular tourist destination. Loads of sick views, and people do white water rafting and bungee jumping there.
People are living on the edge.
Definitely. But Zambia is also referred to as the copper belt of Africa. And this is obviously due to its significant copper production. The country is one of the world's top producers of copper, and the mining industry has been a major contributor to its economy. So copper mining has a long history in Zambia. It dates back to ancient times when local communities engaged in small-scale mining, right? Today, copper still remains a vital part of the nation's economy, and mining towns like Kitwe and Ndola in the Copper Belt province play a crucial role in the industry, right? So, again, because of its resources, copper resources anyway, it's been nicknamed the land of copper. But yeah, a lot of beautiful things happening in Zambia, man. And on that note, let's get on to the food.
Let's get into the foods.
Okay, so
Pick up our resident. Oh, sorry. Go on.
no, go ahead.
I was going to pick up our resident Zambian.
Big up Mel.
Big up
Mel
Mel.
from My Baker. I hope you guys are going there patronizing her wonderful business as well, man. She's coming here and spoke about that wonderful model that they have there. Amazing cakes, customizable, all sorts, beautiful things, right? So yeah, again, we're privileged enough to sample some of this today.
So sure.
And as we mentioned, she's from Zambia.
She's
And
from Zambia.
she watches the show every day,
We got Mel.
morning and night. You know what I'm saying? Listens twice, likes the video on YouTube, and also goes and supports on Spotify.
Everyone.
So
A bit of TDA that goes out with every cake she bakes.
there you
And
go.
I just love that for us.
There you go. So she was kind enough to send in some treats.
Some Zambian.
You know what I'm saying?
Dishes,
from
baby.
Zambia. So, but if you don't mind putting it on screen, and everyone in here, I'm gonna pass around little cutlery. We gonna sample this.
Wheat is French.
Some people are fasting. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Well, when it was hot, but it's not hot anymore.
It's cool.
I'm just going to hip toss today.
I
Cool
mean,
enough.
I'm not eating no grubs. That's all I know.
Okay. First of all, you got animal.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there first.
Okay, so.
Which
Alright, thank you very much.
I've had breakfast, you know.
That wasn't the question.
I
you very much.
can't eat this heavy this morning.
No problem.
No, but you get what I mean?
I said, ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem.
I'm gonna eat your portion.
That's fine.
Not the grubs. I'll try this stuff.
Yeah.
What was grubs in there?
There's grubs.
You see how westernized we are.
Look at them.
Why do you keep calling them grubs?
No, I
That's
can't.
what
Like,
they
I
are.
cannot mix this with
You don't-
yam and corned beef
That's
and
what
eggs. I just
Timon
had-
and Pumbaa eat.
You had yam and corned beef stew for breakfast?
Yeah.
I love that for you.
That's a meal. All right, so.
All right. So the first thing that I want us to
Wait, can you
sample,
put the
yeah.
AC on, or is it just me? It's
No, I'm baking. I'm taking my jumper off.
really
okay?
hot in here.
I'm not the person to ask. I like it hot.
No, man.
So the first thing, right,
Making
is
me
something
feel
called SAMP, right?
Which one is it on the screen?
So this is
bottom-
bottom left.
Yeah, that.
Bottom left.
Yes. What's in the middle on the right?
What is in that? What is that?
Wait.
SAMP. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get to it, right? So basically,
No, this.
no SAMP.
That's chickpeas or something.
Who?
Never mind. What do you mean who?
Let me tell you what's inside the
You're
cuisine.
annoying, man, about who, like whom.
So SAMP, yeah, SAMP is coarsely crushed dried maize with peanut butter,
Okay.
your favorite,
What's your favorite?
and
sir?
sugar.
And what's shrimp?
And sugar.
Oh.
So it's commonly had as a breakfast or a mid-afternoon snack. Yeah. So SAMP.
Alright, let me try some.
Do you know what?
Okay, you go.
I'll try that.
All right.
Give me a spoon. Because it's a breakfast thing, I can.
This is
think
it. And it's got peanut butter in it.
Whatever. I knew that's why you. I know that's why you said it.
You?
It's the fact that I'm on camera.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's the same thing you said, yeah? With the peanut butter and thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing untowards in there.
No.
No, we just
It's
read out
peanut
the
butter,
ingredients.
sugar.
No, I'm just checking because there was a shape that I see and I'm thinking, what is this?
Oh, that's garden eggs.
Let me get the smooth bit. Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's nice.
Yep.
Tasty peanut butter.
Yeah.
The maize is like they have this in Ghana, man. You know the maize.
I don't like that.
Can I be
There's a
honest?
type of porridge.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
Ah. Brother, you got water?
You don't
That's
like
actually
it?
nice. That actually slaps.
Mm-mm.
No.
I need water, boy.
What don't you like about it?
Gina, pass that
Bit.
across, please.
Because you know what? It's
Maybe I got
it
the wrong bit.
It basically tastes like beans.
Maybe I got the wrong bit.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Maize is beans, eh?
It's a bit
In the
bland.
same family.
Bland. You didn't taste
I
the
don't,
peanut
I
butter or
don't
the
think it's the
sugar.
same family.
No, I got the wrong bit.
Maize and beans.
I can taste the peanut butter and the sugar.
I can't taste. I can't taste
Same.
no peanut butter.
But you know the maize. I like the maize, but it
What did
tastes
you say,
like
Brent?
It tastes good.
It does.
Yeah.
not like
it's
not
sweet.
like rice pudding, but like it's got that texture.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
this is a snack.
Yeah. Like
I
you
can
can have
eat
it
all
in
of this.
breakfast. Yeah,
You know,
100%.
I'm gonna struggle when I become a vegan in the future, you know, because I'm thinking, ooh, that with a side of suya, that would go down the tree.
Gina, do you mind passing the plate again, please? Let me try the samp again.
Are you like it? Oh, you like it?
I like the samp, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't know what's wrong with you people's westernized tongues.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. How do we get here?
It's actually nice.
Can I get a cup,
I like
please,
that.
by any chance?
Okay.
What was that?
You're going through it. That's samp.
Yeah, thank you.
Was that something different? The same thing?
Let me try a little bit more.
Oh, you got rearing up, yeah?
Yeah.
I need to try the little seed.
Okay, so that's samp.
Okay, big up, Sam. No cups. Just gotta take it straight to the head.
No, why? Run up!
I don't do wise. I'm above them.
What, since last week? You went on holidays? Every day. Acting all brand new because you've got a tan. All right, what are we trying next?
Okay, so the next thing that I want us to try is something called impwa.
What's
Impwa. So,
Alright, hold up, let me put the picture up.
yes.
Which one is
So
it?
that's top left.
Top left.
See how rich and beautiful that
The
is?
red one?
Yeah. That's what was smelling so nice when
Is it like
Oh,
garden
yeah.
next stew or something?
Yeah.
God bless your life. That's what it is.
I knew it.
Amen.
Garden next stew is nice though.
What's garden eggs?
They look like
So they don't come from chicken?
no, it's a vegetable.
Is it eggplant?
It's basically, I think it's eggplant.
I've never
No?
had garden egg in my life.
You've never
I
had.
remember
you've never-
garden eggs from
Oh,
Nigeria,
in
but I never
Ghana
liked
we
them.
have garden next stew.
growing
That's
up.
why we
Yeah,
eat a
no,
lot.
I know it's a thing, but I've never.
Yeah, I never liked them growing up.
It's the white one. They like the
Yeah, the white-
the
yeah.
white one.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's very filling though. Like I feel like if you're vegetarian or like if you're vegan and you want something that is textured, I think it's a nice substitute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
It's your time to shine.
Very filling.
Yeah, man. So impwa is a type of eggplant. Yeah, it's eggplant called garden eggs, and it's an important crop in several African countries, like Gina just said, and it's indigenous to sub-Saharan Africa.
Nice.
So it's a small white fruit with a teardrop or roundish type of shape that is valued for its bitterness. You know what I'm saying? Like Gina said, very filling as well. And that's basically the top left.
You gonna try some?
The red one.
Yes, very nice and rich. I know Marks will like this one.
You going? Get a mic. You ain't got no damn egg on that thing. Pick up an egg.
Where's the egg at?
Them little big pieces.
Okay. I thought that was a
Okay, no, you're picking up the side pieces. There you go.
I'm not gonna have none.
I'm gonna try the sauce around it. I don't like garden egg.
I like garden egg stew, but I can't eat.
Oh, I like this.
It's probably gonna be nice.
It's a nice
This
one.
will slap with yam.
This is
That's
nice.
it, right.
This
So I eat garden egg stew with yam. I don't eat anything else.
What's that?
Onion.
It's not salt, but
That's
what's
why I
that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a
Is that
Come
part
on,
of the-
man.
Hey,
Is that
Gina,
part
you
of
need to
the egg?
taste it. There's something in there that you need to
do
identify.
you know what it is?
No, it's nice.
Okay.
Because it's early. I know what my stomach is like. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
I'll get
That's
heart.
so nice, but then it has a
Okay.
tang.
Yeah.
What's a tang?
What is it?
I know it smells like pepper, like you would something that you eat with yam anyway. I know.
That's potentially scrumptious.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Do you know
man.
how I know it is? Because you've licked your spoon several times. Big up you.
No, Brent. Is it sourness you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember the garden egg sour?
I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
that's what
so-
it normally tastes like
Bitterness,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
So garden egg
Okay.
sour. So that's that. Tang.
Okay.
That's nice. That will slap with yam.
Are you supposed to have that with that yam thing?
Yes.
No, that's for this, the green stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. No.
So that's import.
Yes. Probably could though.
I thought there were 3 so that we can have it with the stew type.
Oh, is
stuff.
it? Oh, with the maize.
Yeah.
All right. You want to dip into maize then?
Yeah, I want to taste that.
Actually, yeah, you probably could. Yeah.
Oh, so what the maize is for? To have with everything else? Basically.
I was assuming that.
Why did you go that hard?
It's bait. I only have that tomato. I didn't have none of the egg stuff. But I know what the flavour's saying though. You know what I'm saying?
It's tasty, the flavour though.
Mm.
It's giving them ground rice or semolina.
Yeah. Oh, almost about to use my hands.
It is rice. Well, it's might as well be, but it's kind of mushed up. Why are you participating?
You
Queen of BOE.
need to have it
Told
with
you,
the, have
I've
it with the
literally had
maize.
yam
Well, we're on
today.
this
I
part now.
cannot mix
this
that.
Have it with the.
You can have it with
I cannot.
finger
I've
if you want to.
Let me have a little bit.
That's what I did.
That's ground rice basically.
Is this
Yeah,
ground
it's just rice.
That's ground
Yeah.
rice.
What's it called in their country?
With
What
the
flavour is
maize.
that?
Yeah.
It's just rice.
Oh no. I don't think I saw it.
Need some
It's in
salt
there.
or
It's
something.
on the bottom.
With
It could be
maize.
a little,
Do you want to
but-
get it?
Do you know what? Because when you eat
Yeah,
that
'cause the
stuff,
stew would
it's
have-
a swallow,
normally,
innit?
'cause
You
ground
eat
rice, you
mainly
don't-
with
yeah,
everything
you-
else.
Okay.
yeah, the shoe
So
makes up for that.
you don't really, you don't really need it to
So
taste
you
like
want to try
anything. Does that
the
make
try it now
sense?
then with the green stuff then?
He hasn't announced it yet.
Which one? What the maize? Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
the
after
maize
that,
is called
then
These are the green
Nishima.
stuff.
Either it's pronounced Inshima or Nishima.
Oh my,
Zinzima.
Okay. You know what?
sorry, I'm just getting flashbacks.
Oh.
Not PTSD, chap.
So,
Turn around and finish your story. Turn around. Brent, we are not doing this. Okay.
So yes, Inshima or Nishima is food that's prepared from
So
pounded
funny.
white maize, right? Pounded white maize, and it's part of nearly every Zambian meal.
Their meals
This
actually,
is
their
what
foods
this
are
is why
healthy.
it tastes so good with the import.
Their food's actually healthy. You think about it.
Yeah. So yeah, man. As you can tell, Zambian cuisine includes a lot of various stews cooked with vegetables, and yeah, man. So again, this is their ground rice equivalent, I guess.
And
All
then,
right.
what's the green one? Because you guys can try it together.
Okay, so the green one is 1 second, guys.
Right.
Top right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the green one.
That spinach and
It
thing.
just looks like F for real.
Yeah,
Is it spinach?
Yeah,
I think so. Or like bitter leaf stew or something.
Callaloo and thing.
Oh, that was.
That was loud.
Don't know why you move it there.
No,
Too late.
No point, there's no point.
So the green one is ifisashi, and that is pumpkin leaves in peanut sauce.
Pumpkin leaves and peanut. Okay.
Yes, it's a popular Zambian dish.
Yeah, that sounds pretty harmless.
It's typically served with nishima or inshima, and it's accompanied with vegetables, often spinach or pumpkin leaves, like I just said. The groundnut sauce, which is the peanut sauce, is made from grinding peanuts and mixing them with various spices, which then creates a rich, flavorful, and slightly nutty sauce.
So what do you do? Have it with the
The maize,
yeah.
the white stuff, the white one.
Come on.
Let's do it. Oh, you're doing it.
We doing it. This joint, yeah.
That's it.
Wait, let me get some. This needs need a knife and fork for these joints, you know.
I'll tell people.
Shit, that is a lot.
You can do it. It's good for you. It's good for the body.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, so when you add something else to the maize, that's when the flavour comes.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm with you. That ain't bad, you know.
You can't have that. Is it? It's not vegan, is it?
Uh,
Who says it's pumpkin
yeah,
in
yeah,
them?
pumpkin leaves and peanuts.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Thank you.
Sit down.
You're going for it, innit?
We're asking for it.
I like that as well, man.
I ain't for it.
A lot of these dishes, like, it just tastes like
The
home.
fish one. Do you guys want to just bring the fish in?
No.
Okay,
no.
so the fish
I think
one.
I have the fish. Brent, can you try it? I'm going to put it down.
That was all right. What's that? What?
The fish is called
No, I don't want the fish.
carpenter.
Do you think we got something similar in Nigeria?
We do.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called though.
He's getting his bag. He's using his fingers.
Was it dried fish?
Yeah. it's like-
We have that in Ghana.
Yeah.
The mini ones, yeah.
Yeah, we have that in Ghana. We have it with kenke.
And the carpenter is a type of small dried fish, like you guys just said, that's commonly enjoyed in Zambia. These tiny fish are often deep fried or sun dried and can be consumed as a snack or part of a main meal. They are rich
This is
in.
my lunch. I've only put a little bit on the plate, but the rest of it, that's my lunch.
Grand.
Oh, this is nice. The thing that I ate before, what did you call it?
The pumpkin thing's nice.
Yeah.
The green one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is that all of
Brent,
them?
you have to eat with your hands, you know.
No, it's not it, because you've got to eat the grubs now.
Yes.
Caterpillar.
Wherever it is.
So the next one,
You've
Bottom right.
all got to try them as well.
Sorry, I've just eaten the middle one on the left because nobody else wants to eat it. It's fish, and it tastes nice.
But you've all got to try the grubs now. Everybody. Not, well,
Are you taking it?
no.
Exactly. So
what
why
do you talk
speaking
about then?
everybody else?
Be a cold day in hell before I eat that.
If you were
Do it for
on
me.
a game show, would you?
No.
So in
I-
I'm a celebrity.
No, we wouldn't get no meals tonight. Nobody's eating.
I hear the rice and beans. I hear it.
I'm the
That kind
same.
of crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
true.
it.
No,
That's why I can't do that shit.
No,
everyone
that's-
never.
They would jump me by day 3.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because the public will keep voting me to do it because they know I'm scared of shit. Wait in.
I don't
To see
understand.
the reaction.
I don't
You
understand.
can put me in the box with the insects and stuff. I'm not eating that.
Do you remember
No,
Gillian
I'm not
McKeith?
doing that.
Yeah.
That's the stuff
Do you
I'm not
remember-
doing.
serious.
do you remember Gillian when Gillian fainted? That's me. I'll be Gillian.
She just fainted.
She was like, oh, I don't really want to.
It
And then
was
she
so
laid
funny.
ever so gently on the floor. Then I get Bob in. Bob!
Thing is,
I'm Gillian,
I
bro.
put words in my mouth. So
Okay.
that's how
Wow.
it is.
Wow.
Okay.
I gauge.
What's worse than you put in your
That's
mouth?
how I gauge.
What's
Yo,
worse?
wow.
Put the camera on me.
The kids show.
Put the camera on me. What's worse? Take your kids off the camera for a second.
All right, let me try.
All right. So
No, don't try.
More than
skin
just
it.
Brent's got to try this though. Come on.
Okay, do
Yeah,
it.
come you guys.
Can you do ASMR and put it in the mic? Let's see if it crunches. I want to know if it crunches.
Ah, it's a crunch.
I'll put
What
two
is
in my
it
mouth, yeah?
again?
It is
Do
kind
you know
of
what?
Friday.
Can I
What
be
is it?
honest? Do you know what this reminds me of? You know in Lion King, yeah, when they're trying to get Simba to eat the
grubs.
Yeah.
She said.
That's all I'm thinking about this.
I
whole
mean,
thing.
you
yeah,
two are
but
matchmen
this-
in heaven.
yeah, but this is
Because she actually said that.
but this is
Yeah,
prepared.
That's what this whole thing reminds me of. And he's like slimy.
Why you say like that?
Because that's what he says.
slimy.
That's what Simba says.
Kuna Matala, man.
Literally.
Oh, I'm done.
All right, Brent. What are you saying? You're still chewing.
Tastes like chicken.
I don't want
Anybody else
to hear
wanna
that.
try?
I hear people say that.
Some more than Brent has to try it. Come on, let's be real. Let's have it right.
Christy.
No, sir.
She said I had you have an egg this morning.
No, sir.
All right. Let me at least talk about it first, right? So basically, it's called Finkubala, right? AKA Mopani worm. And Mel even said it's not for the faint-hearted, right? But she said while others may enjoy munching on this nutritious and tasty morsel, others may cringe at the sight of it, like you guys, right? Studies have shown that a portion of edible caterpillars competes effectively with a portion of meat or fish in terms of nutritional value. So these are very high
In protein. I knew it.
Yeah, let me have another one. Number 2.
So I'm saying, real nice.
You eating more? Let me see, Brent. I didn't even see it. Let me see. Make sure you done it.
And they proper
I think
look
it's.
like caterpillars,
I think it's vegan, man.
It's not, you know. these had a heartbeat.
Go on, let me see.
It's giving chin
Crunchy.
chin. Why is it crunching?
Because
What does it taste like there?
It's fried.
What does it taste like there?
Are you gonna try it, man?
No. It's not vegan,
No,
man.
No one's gonna try it.
What's
I
the
would-
taste?
I would've had
If you
it
tell me
though,
what it
man.
tastes like, then I might consider it
All right.
for an extra treat.
When I tell you what it tastes like, you're not gonna eat it. So maybe you should try it before. That's it. That doesn't help, but.
Let me dare a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, Esther, man.
No, come on, Esther. I'm taking an extra cupcake. Oh, don't throw it. You imagine full falls on me. Is Stephen watching this? My contract will reflect. It will reflect it. Oh.
Smells so nice.
What's that fish there?
Okay.
There you go.
Amphibian.
Let me just do it.
Not amphibian.
I'm so proud of you right now. Go on.
Okay, hold on. This is so... Okay, let me just do it.
Crunch.
Crunchy.
Crunch.
It's very hollow.
I even just spat out.
Oh, worm's made of nothing. What's in it?
I cannot.
It's not bad. You know, it tastes like Nigerian version of that fish, that little fish.
See?
So I would say yes, but I'll also add in tires.
Yeah, tastes like rubber.
Not just rubber, but tire rubber.
How many times have you licked in your
I
time?
have never licked a tire. I've smelled the tire.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it tastes like what I think.
You would.
Yeah.
No, not in blue hell.
I'll
But
be
you could
honest, it
also
was
taste
actually not bad.
anchovies.
Because it's chewy.
I can survive over this.
I eat when Sankara
Yeah.
comes back. I'll eat that.
Yeah, that's actually, I'll be honest, that's actually not bad. I think the thought of it makes it look worse.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. It's not bad.
I like it, man.
You didn't
Is it?
what?
No.
What are you talking about?
I like the vibe of it.
I meant everything else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mel was right. It's not for the faint-hearted. But it's not that bad. It actually isn't. Okay.
See?
Right up there. Well, Brent, you can have the rest. I'll be kind like that.
Yeah.
So can you put that up there? My big up Mel there. That's so nice of you
Yeah,
to do.
100%.
Amazing.
man.
And she brought us some. Sorry, can you just show
course I can.
them
Some
one of
nice
the things,
treats.
please?
And those are for those who contributed. So you can't have the nice
I
stuff. You can't.
I
can't
tasted,
pick and choose.
I had the porridge.
Christy, you sure you don't want
Say
to?
porridge.
You know I can
Actually
bake.
like that.
I had the
I'm
porridge.
saying.
She sent us some lovely, what they, just
Biscoff.
Lotus Biscoffs. Oh, cakes. Mini cakes.
Yeah.
Oh, she heard my shout out.
Oh, beautiful.
The Biscoffy.
And
joke.
there's a whole
Yeah.
Big
bag
up
of
Mel,
them.
man.
A whole bag.
Biscoff.
Whatever. What do you mean?
Don't embarrass me in public. You said Biscoffy.
Oh,
Biscoff.
sorry.
Biscoffy.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's
Yeah,
the second time
talk
you
to your
said it
man.
today. I corrected you the first time, you didn't hear it.
Yeah, man. So big up Mel. She sent a note saying
You're
just
making
a
everything
little
wrong.
everything.
That's what Africans do.
No, you're having domestics at work. Excuse me, HR.
So yeah, man, Mel said, this is just a little spread from Zambia. You don't have to eat them all, but I thought it would be fun with actual Zambian items. Love you guys, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Yeah,
you,
man.
man.
Big up,
She's
Mel.
a real one for that.
You can check out her stuff, her amazing cupcakes, birthday cakes, like everything. You can customize everything basically, right?
Honestly,
so
you can.
www.mybaker.co.
That's
You
right.
can email her at hello@mybaker.co. And if you want to call up, speak to her directly, 0203 239 4399. 0203 239 4399. Big up Mel every time, man.
And I will tell you, yeah, for free, that almost Lotus Biscoff cake will change your life.
Yep.
Change your life. But big up Mel, that's really, really sweet. That's Papa. That's a lit thing to have done. So thank you for making time to give us a taste of Zambia.
This is why I love this community, man.
Exactly. Our community is lit, man.
Straight.
Yeah,
Big up all the Zambians. Happy Independence Day. And let's get into our first headline.
let's do it.
I'm making you guys enjoy the fries.
I'm still waiting for him, actually.
Do you know what's so crazy? We were going to do it last weekend.
I remember you said you were
But I
tired.
was so tired, yeah, that I was just like, my mom was like, oh, do you want to make it? I said, I really don't want to do manual labor. But it's coming. It's 100% coming.
When you ready, girl?
I actually made it yesterday.
We need to have the Nigerian versus Ghanaian
Came
jollof on it.
empty-handed.
Jollof.
Jollof.
Jollof. There you go.
Do you know what I say we do? I say we go on tour. Brent and I went to NH the other day. He had a great time. He had a well of a time. And I think we should all go. So I think what we should do is just go to different places.
Yeah.
Got Gina's brother's restaurant, that's the Ghanaian side. The NH side.
Do you know
Do you
what's so
think me
funny?
and Gina cooking rice to come in here? That's long.
The modern woman.
I knew.
The modern woman that sells out.
I knew he was gonna say this.
Sells out a
Period.
venue. Okay?
Yeah.
Period.
We're gonna speak
Amen.
on that, modern woman. Them 1950s girls weren't doing
They ain't
that.
doing that. Huh. I'm bringing home the bacon.
Period. Okay? Yeah. We're going to tour. I can taste sand in my mouth.
Sand.
Yeah, look, is yours a bit grainy, Brent?
Yeah, it's the eyes and the
Okay,
Allow
thank
it.
you very much. That's great. I shouldn't have asked you.
of the caterpillar.
Yeah.
All right. So our first
Active
headline. The key Hamas negotiator over the fate of more than 200 hostages held by the group inside Gaza says that all civilians among them will be released if the right conditions are met. So Khalid Mashal is a powerful figure within Hamas and is revered as a living martyr after surviving an Israeli attempt to assassinate him almost 3 decades ago. And in his first Western television interview since the 7th October attacks, he told Sky News that the civilians being held by Hamas will be let go if Israel reduces the intensity of bombing Gaza. So he went on to say, let them stop this aggression and you'll find the mediators like Qatar and Egypt and some Arab countries, and others will find a way to have them released and will send them to their homes. He said the hostage releases cannot happen while Israel's air offensive remains so intense. We want to stop the random bombardments, the total destruction, the genocide, so that Al-Qassam soldiers can take them from their places and hand them to the Red Cross or whoever. So at least I guess they're trying to extend some sort of olive branch and so we can stop all this nonsense that Israel's doing at the moment. Next headline, the Met Police Commissioner has hit back at criticism of his forced decision not to make arrests over shouts of jihad and anti-Israel protests, saying that the police cannot enforce taste and decency and laws should be changed if politicians want tougher action taken. Mark Rowley was speaking after the meeting, the Home Secretary on Monday. We spoke about that with Suella Braverman, asking why police did not arrest those responsible for chanting jihad at a rally of the Islamist group on Saturday. The commissioner said that the law may need to change. Down the street say there's no plans to do so, while Labour leader Keir Starmer said any gaps should be plugged. After the meeting, Riley said that he believed the Home Secretary was thinking hard about whether laws may need changing. He went on to say, I was explaining how we are absolutely ruthless in tackling anybody who puts their foot over the legal line. We are accountable to the law. We can't enforce taste or decency, but we can enforce the law. We've made 34 arrests so far. We have another 22 cases where we are searching for individuals. Rowley finished his service with the Met in 2018 as the head of counter-terrorism, and in 2021 he co-wrote a report on extremism. It described the gaping chasm in laws allowing extremists to operate with impunity. The report was for the Commission on Countering Extremism, which advises ministers and made recommendations to the government, which has so far not taken any action. And the last headline, apparently the Commons heard on Monday that an MP was stopped from boarding a flight to Canada with other members of Parliament because his name was Mohammad. Yeah, apparently. So Labour's MP for Bedford, Mohammad Yassin, was due to fly to Canada with other MPs from the Commons Levelling Up Housing and Communities Committee when he was delayed for questioning for a considerable period at airports in both countries last week. So Clive Betts, the chair of the committee, said the incident was unacceptable because of its racist and Islamophobic nature, and that he would write to the Canadian High Commissioner in the UK. He added that his colleague was asked if he was carrying a knife, They asked the MP.
What?
Yeah. Asked if he was carrying a knife or any other weapon where he was born.
Mohammed.
Slow your roll,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Slow your roll.
He was taken aside by officials from Air Canada. Yassin then underwent similar questioning from officials on the return trip to the UK. So both ways. Betts, who had raised a point of order about the serious incident, told the Commons when the committee checked in for the flights at Heathrow, all members got through with the exception of the member for Bedford, who was delayed for questioning for a considerable period. He was told it was because his name was Mohammed. Betts also went on to add that the questioning was undertaken by officials from Air Canada, and we believe the Canadian government, and despite him already having been given a visa to enter Canada, after proving he was an MP with the help of my committee clerk, he was eventually allowed through. Terrible. But anyway, that's the end of the headlines.
Lovely. Sorry, I thought you was saying something else. Let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
Before we get into that, can I announce the
Yes.
Ugandan thing?
Yes, of course you can.
All right, cool. So, one of our community members, Miss Mariah, she is doing a charity drive to Uganda.
Nice.
And she wants to know if anybody has any used items like shoes, books, clothes, or school items that you no longer need, and you'd like to bless some children and families in need in Uganda, please DM her on IG at Miss_ANNEMARIA. Miss_ANNEMARIA.
H.
Or
It's the H.
Yeah.
H. Sorry. Let me do that again. Miss_ANNEMARIAH. Or contact her via our Twitter community.
So that should spell, by the way, Miss_Anne Mariah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miss Anna Mariah.
I believe she did this last year as well, you know.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
it.
Big up Miss Mariah, man.
And we're going to be announcing this every day up
Nice.
until January. I think January is the closing date. So,
Okay, lovely.
yeah. I wouldn't say all of that all the time. I just put it up for 5 seconds and you know.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's get into topic of the day.
All right, so today's topic of the day, we ain't going to spend too long on it. But this was a topic that was given to me by Christy. So big up, Christy.
Gonna
And
send us up. doing a Rebecca.
Christy's not as bad as that.
Okay.
There's only one Rebecca, I'm telling you. One.
He's doing
Just
it
one.
over
There's
it.
Rebecca and there's Hamas. That's
What the fuck? Did he say? He never said about it. He never said.
He did.
No, I didn't.
Wait.
We're not repeating it. We're not
about it.
repeating it.
Yeah, well,
I don't know
Just
Well,
keep me. Rebecca's
the
never-
level or the temperature of Becca's humor, right? I don't know if it is that she would take that as humorous, as it was intended, right?
Jokes,
But
guys.
she will though.
Of course you will.
Rebecca
What?
has been a character. No,
She's definitely a
that's
cooker.
yourself.
She's definitely a cooker. But can she take cooking?
No, she has to.
No, she can. I feel like she
No,
can.
but you know what? That's valid. You know, not everyone can take cooking.
No, you can't. You can't
There's
dish.
no, but people
no, but
cook.
she's been taking it. Yesterday, she was taking it.
That was a
Light. I'll be honest
Nah.
with you though. You can't be part of the TDA community and think that you're going to dish and not get some back.
Big facts.
This is like part of our motto. This is what we do here. Like,
Let's see if it is that she's a right.
she's not here today.
No, she
Oh,
was. She was, but I haven't seen it.
You
This
take a
is why
spanner
I'm
away.
even saying what I'm saying.
You take a spanner away.
No,
Okay.
she's not getting her spanner revoked. It's Emmanuel's fault.
What?
I said to that yesterday.
I
not
tried
my
to tell him
fault.
that.
This
he
is
wasn't gonna
Emmanuel's
listen.
fault.
Anyway, let's get to
I'm
something
Team
of the day.
Becca.
I'm Team Becca. Hashtag Team Becca bitch.
Hashtag. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not calling a black woman that.
I didn't call her that. Hey. I didn't call her that. It was just an ad lib.
Alright.
I came out of nowhere. I don't know
That
why
really
I even
just threw off, boy.
Whenever it comes out, it just comes. It has a mind of its own.
Yeah, yeah.
I never ever think it.
Possessed
I
by
don't
the same
speak like
spirit
that.
as
That's not
mine.
even me. It's the worm.
Yeah.
It's the worm. It's the worm. It's a Zambian
Possessed by
worm.
what?
Sperm. Same spirit as Mags.
I never said sperm. I asked you possessed by what? That's what you said. Say
Oh,
spirit.
yeah,
once.
okay, cool.
You should know. That's what was dwelling in this room before we all came in.
All right. So this
That's
topic,
it.
right? Was this something you found or was you typed up?
Big up one of my bros. He put it up on his stories.
Okay.
So
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna read it out, right? So basically, it says you see 100 years ago. Okay, let's say 130 years ago. Anyway,
So
Most
she
of-
didn't want to give him credit.
I know. I was gonna say the bro. You just said
Mad,
bro.
you know,
I don't know if I'll.
you might not wanna. You might not.
yeah.
Well, we don't know who he is.
Oh well, big up Papa.
Big up, Papa.
Well, the name of Papa might be easy to track down, but
But yeah, so he said, you see, 100 years ago, okay, let's say 130 years ago, most of our problems were localized. Most of the stresses and things bothering us came from things within our reach. If I had a problem in my community in Ashanti, I wouldn't know of your problem in your village in England, right? But nowadays, with a globalized world, we now have globalized problems. Now with your localized problems and stresses, you now have causing you stress the problems from afar, right? So it could be about Palestine, it could be about Eastern Congo, the war in Ukraine, the fear of a world war, etc., etc., etc. the question is life better on a mental level now that we all know each other and know what's going on everywhere? Or would you prefer to kind of not know about the other issues in the world and kind of deal with your own localized issues, basically? He goes on to say, I commend those people who don't let outside things bother them. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Such a good question.
Easy one, isn't it? Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, I hear it. It's you obviously, as a human being, you're expected to show compassion and stuff, and it's like, I think it's weird. I think it's a hard one because life's for everyone, isn't it? Everyone has problems and everyone deals with things in their own way, and not everybody can handle or has the mental capacity to handle and deal with everything going on, right? And you can decide to block out the noise because you don't have the mental capacity. I mean, some people might say that you're being selfish or like you don't have compassion, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't get why I'm being penalised. This isn't me speaking about me, but I don't get why I'm being penalised for how I choose to deal with life. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, you don't know what I'm dealing with.
What you're dealing with.
You don't know the capacity of what I'm dealing with. You have no idea. And yes, like, there's atrocities going on in the world and it's shit. But that's not to say that I have to take that on board. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
I'm just a realist, so my heart don't bleed for nobody. Like, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, when things are thrown in your face and that, you can show compassion and empathize with people and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm very much aware that shit happens. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you got to take the rough with the smooth, and things are going on all around the world and stuff like that. Obviously, being aware of it is not nice, but I don't really let it affect me. It's just like, like, hey, it had to be you, Killy, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. No, but I'm just saying, like, there's stuff
Such a
going on.
realist, you know. Sorry,
No,
mate.
but there's stuff going on every day, and you can't. There's only so many fights you can fight. My compassion's capped. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and I only really put stock into the things that I can control. Things that I can't control, they're beyond me. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not nice to hear or not nice to see, but they don't bog me. That like horrible things are happening every day and been happening from the beginning of time. You know what I'm trying to say? That I can't let that affect me, and it's only natural and normal for it to be when it's close to home or when it affects the people that you love. Then you're gonna be different towards it. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? That because if you're just, I don't know, man. If you just want to take everybody's problems on board, how are you supposed to cope? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's mad.
Do you know what it is about other people's problems though? Sometimes it helps put the things that you class as problems in perspective.
That is true.
So that's the thing with like knowing other people's situations, because sometimes, because again mentioned imposter syndrome earlier. Like, there's so many other things that I feel like sometimes we overthink when it comes to ourselves. Like that when you know other people's problems and stuff that other people are going through or other outside perspective and stuff, it just makes you realize that how, on a scale of like 1 to 100, how important is this? Say you're going through, like, do you know what I mean? Like, say you're going through something and you hear that a child's been killed or something like that, or someone's died when they shouldn't have died or whatever. That makes you think, oh, like, this thing I'm worrying about in the bigger scale of life, does it actually matter? So that's the thing. I feel like that's a positive thing of being aware of the stuff going on around you, like on a larger scale outside of just yourself.
Do you feel like we can become desensitized though?
Yeah.
If we find out about everybody's problem.
Yes.
100%. I feel like we're desensitized to a lot at the moment.
I am.
When we hear about stabbings and stuff like that, it's only like certain cases where it's like, oh, like Chris Cabba, we're like, oh my gosh, they actually ran him down. They do you know what I mean? They like certain things. It's like, oh my god, that's crazy. The Eliana from the Croydon stabbing. It's like, oh my gosh, that. But there's stabbings all the time. There's all these things all the time. Even when we think about missing kids, is when that Victor guy, his name was Victor, right? That young boy, that his parents said they thought he was in his room the whole time. The door was locked. Turns out anyway they found Richard. Victor, Richard.
Yes.
That young Richard guy, right? He went missing. That, for whatever reason, that made everyone think, oh my gosh, whatever. I think he had sickle cell or something like that. So it's like, oh my gosh, he's gonna need medication, whatever. But people are missing all the time. So I feel like we're desensitized to so much. It's only one thing. If something goes viral or you know someone who is personally affected by that, that's when you would then take an interest in the case. But we're desensitized to so much.
Well, that's what it
It's
is. It's when
actually
something gets the right amount of PR. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when the media pick it up and it gets the right amount of PR and they do their puff pieces on it, and then you can feel how you're feeling. And I always think, like, how do like other families who are going through
I
exactly
always
the
think
same
that.
thing. Yeah. But no one don't give a shit about
Don't
it.
shine a light
Because
on it. Yeah.
because no one ain't shining the light on it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That. So that's why I don't get too high or too low about nothing. I'm very understandable. Like this stuff, this happens, man.
I always feel bad for those families because especially like when it comes to like stuff with like kids, for example, your kid is missing or your kid's been killed, and it's just like.
And what about you? You're like, my kid's missing now.
No.
But you
Get
know,
me?
but
No one
you know
ain't
what?
said
People
nothing.
like that though, people like that are always sweet because you find them rallying for the person who everyone's making noise for. Because no one made noise for them, they still. A lot of those people are not resentful. They will still go and show up for someone's like, oh, no one cared about my child, but we care about your child. Let me help you in this kind of thing. It's sad, man.
But do you feel like, I guess, specific outlets, media outlets, will use certain things to kind of make us forget about certain things that's happening close to us?
100%.
And also make us have empathy or put our resources towards other causes that they care about because they know how we're going to be attached to certain problems.
100%.
Yeah.
And if that's a problem, how do you think we can rectify that? Should it be the
Stay
approach
woke.
that...
Basically.
No, for real, stay woke. Like I feel like the news you consume can't just be from the news outlets. You know, obviously it can always be from TDA only. That's fine, but it can't just be that. Like I feel like we have to. You have to go out of your way to take things in as well, because the media will only feed you what it wants to feed you. That's according to whatever season or propaganda that they want to push at that time or narrative they want to push at that time.
Oh, yeah. My mum's
It's
falling
not
for
because
it
of the
right
goodness
now.
of their heart. If they report on a black kid that's missing, it's not out of the goodness of their heart. I believe there's a reason. If they, you know, when those stories where they give a lot of airtime to a particular thing, I'm like, it's not because y'all are nice. Especially when it's black people, I'm like, it's not because there's something going on somewhere, or someone's gonna try and bank on this.
Quarter they got to meet or something.
Yeah.
Mate, exactly. Or some politician's gonna come and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure we speak about this in House Commons. Okay, here you go now, trying to get votes for your thing. There's always something else. I feel like the older you get, the knowledge that you have about life in general cannot just be from what it is that you've been taught. Not just in your family, not just in your education system, not just with your friends. You have to do some personal individual work.
But how do you kind of filter out? How do you know, like, what would be the starting point though? Because like, how do you know what is good for you or just accurate information? Because like the other day, we were talking about BBC, right? How they're being criticized for being pro-Palestinian, right? Pro-Palestine and whatnot. And their argument is, we're not trying to be pro-Palestine. We're just trying to be neutral. But the reality is, you could tell that there seems to be a sway towards a particular, you know what I mean, thing here, there, and, you know, all over the place. So the question is, do you guys feel like it's important to kind of be neutral? Are we being honest about being neutral? Or do you feel like, you know what, there's just certain causes that I'm going to identify more with, and I would prefer to hear information from those sources?
You got to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
No one ever asked you. No one ever asked you to be neutral. You know what I'm trying to say? That this is people doing like it's just posturing and all that, and just want to come across a certain way in it. But no one ever asks you to do that. You're allowed to pick a side at the end of the day. But if you stand on it, innit, like you know what I'm trying to say, like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to represent, stand on it. Because we all do that with the content that we consume, with the things that we watch. We watch people that we agree with their opinions. Some people who watch people that they disagree with their opinions, so they can argue against them because they like that kind of stuff as well. But it's like it's what serves you in it. Like you don't have to be neutral. It just depends if that's what you want to do. Like if I'm looking at something, I'd prefer to get a rounded opinion of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if one side's saying something, I'm like, let me see what the other side's saying. So I can hear it. Maybe let me see what someone neutral's saying, so I can get all the information, and I can just make my own opinion of it. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and then if I want to pick a side, I'll pick it. I don't mind. Or even if you're saying you're going to stay neutral, you can't stay neutral without hearing out both sides. I don't think, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think also people get penalised for saying they're being neutral on certain topics, especially now.
That's true.
Like people are being called out for being, and I don't agree with that.
Or for not speaking about
Like
it.
if I don't want to pick one side over the other, I shouldn't be penalised for that. Like I'm gathering all the information.
And a lot of things I'm seeing is basically, if you're neutral, it means you're in agreement with.
Yes, that's what
Something
they like to do.
Yeah.
This is what people do. I tweeted something the other day. I tweeted something the other day. Well, forget the tweet. Well, well, just for context anyway. My tweet said, my timeline is just porn and war. I don't want to be here. Yeah. And then it was up for a few days. And then like yesterday, some guys at me talking about, oh, I ain't heard you speak up about what's going. I just ignored you, by the way, anyway, because I'm not gonna give a shit what you're saying. But it's like, who are these people, man? Like, where did they get off?
Me and Esther had this whole conversation, right? And I was just saying how like people expect you to speak on things if you are a public figure or whatever. But I can't speak on something that I'm not qualified to speak on. And if that means you think I'm being complicit, then that's between you and God. Because do you know what I mean? Because I know what my remit is, if that makes sense. And it's not to say that I don't have compassion, I don't have empathy or any of those things. That's just not what I use my platform for.
But what happens to people that then speak up about it? They get cooked anyway.
So whether you speak on it or not,
you're getting cooked.
You're getting cooked.
Yeah.
Question: neutrality during Second World War, is that a possibility? Can you actually be neutral if it is that you know that this is what Hitler's doing?
It depends if you cared enough. You might not have a horse in the race. If you was on the other side of the world and you was going through your own shit and you didn't care, it's like...
Yeah, I doubt people in Nigeria were.
Everybody's different, innit? Like, you can't force your things on people. There's some people that might not have cared enough.
It's your proximity.
Would you be neutral? I'm asking you.
Me personally?
Yes.
If I was around them times there,
yes.
What country did I live in?
Let's say you lived in
That's a good one.
Britain.
Hell no, I'm
What
not
did you
neutral.
just say here?
Let's say you lived in Jamaica.
Probably, yeah. That's not my business. It's not my business. I'm in business while gone.
Interesting.
You know how I got here in Jamaica? You know what happened and all that? I'm on a dem one. I'm on a Dr. Umar thing. Do you know what happened? I don't business. Where was you when all this shit was going on? No, I don't business what's going on. You don't have your fight. I don't bring it over here. And the winner goes to spots.
Cool. Question. Yeah. Another question. Slavery times. Black slavery, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I laughed just now.
Yeah. You know, your spirit, you need to talk. God.
No, because I said black slavery in it.
Yeah, but you giggle at the wrong times. This is
so.
Why did you giggle?
Let's just say in
Gosh.
this particular dystopian reality, you can time travel, right? And set up certain environments where you can choose your friends, or you can jump into the future, and you can basically take your friends that lived in that particular time in a different country and be their friends in this new reality, right? Let me break this down for you if it is you don't understand what I'm saying, because it makes sense in my head, but I'm not sure if I'm conveying it properly. So, during slavery times, you were on the plantation, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't die.
Okay, yeah.
You were a time traveler, right? And your friend in the future was in
Auschwitz.
name a country that shouldn't really care about it. They should be neutral.
That shouldn't really care about
Yeah, it should be neutral during this particular period.
slavery. Shit.
Iceland?
Oh, I swear to God, I was going there.
Let's say they're Icelandic,
Yeah.
right? And then now, but they knew about it,
Yeah.
but they were neutral. Then you jumped into the future, and then that Icelandic friend is now your brethren, right? And then you look at them and they said, "What were you doing? What were you thinking about during them times?" And then they said, "I was neutral." How would you feel about them?
The way my brain set up is like, because again, ignorance is bliss. Like, he's like, I wasn't involved.
So you'd be like, "That's all right. You can
Yeah.
chill."
He didn't like it wasn't done with no malice, was it? It didn't affect me. I wasn't involved. I didn't. What did you want me to do?
During history lessons, whilst you're sat next to him and you guys are learning this, you're getting vexed, right? And he's like, "Come on, man. Wouldn't you feel away?"
If we're in a history lesson and we're learning stuff and you're still gonna dismiss it, because when you know better, you're supposed to do better, right?
What
You know
does
what I'm
that
trying
mean?
to say?
What does doing better mean?
Well, I'm just
What
saying.
do
Just
you want him to feel
just
now?
the language he's gonna use. Just empathize then.
Oh, so just be considerate,
Yeah,
but still be neutral.
he was neutral anyway.
I don't know if I can rock with that.
Yeah, but I mean,
You can't be my brethren and feeling as though, yeah, everything was fine because I wasn't affected.
not everything was fine. It weren't fine for you, but my life was fine. That's what I'm saying, and I weren't involved, Gilly. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, yes, okay, look, now I'm hearing and I'm
Thing
reading
is,
about what was going on.
even
It
though
was
I've
bad.
changed the parameters, even though I've said he now has a brethren that went through that particular carnage, and he's still saying, "Nah, I'm neutral."
You know what it is?
Nah.
Yeah? You know what it is? I treat people how I like to be treated, and I am how I am, yeah, and it is what it is, isn't it? So I know how I think and how I roll and how I move for myself. I could be very selfish
Why do
when
you
I'm
say
ready
free
as well.
Palestine?
Because when I'm saying,
Why do you currently say free Palestine?
if I see someone, yeah, who's feeling like me, how can I judge them for being
Earlier
who I
you
am?
said
Why did I say
last
free
week,
Palestine?
you
Because
said most of your brethren are free Palestine, so you're free Palestine. What's that mean?
they deserve their freedom. But I ain't doing nothing about it. I ain't losing no sleep either.
You're on a platform saying free Palestine.
That's just words. I don't even mean nothing. What have I done?
It actually does, you know.
All right, but what have I done? I ain't done nothing, and I ain't doing nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't losing no sleep over nothing. Like, I ain't
You're
involved.
really hammering this point home, innit?
What have I done?
Good morning.
Come on.
Good morning,
I
caller.
think you may have to call back. Maybe you have to engage it. I'm not sure if you can hear us.
So funny.
I'll engage it. Call back.
Like, I ain't gone to March. When George Floyd died, I had boots on the ground. I was outside. You get what I'm saying?
I can't like.
During them times, were you
I'm
looking
gonna
at your white
sound
friends
controversial
differently?
if I say something like that.
Huh?
During them times, were you looking at your white friends differently?
I'm gonna
My
say
white friends.
Can I be honest?
No, of
I
course
look
not.
at
Definitely
white
say
people
it.
differently when I watch a film.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Of course.
Is
Good
what
morning.
I'm
Good morning.
saying. I get triggered when I watch those films. I just think,
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
asshole.
hi. Good morning, guys. It's Tatenda.
How are you, right?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you? It's just a quick one because I have to get back to work. But essentially, I understand the conversation when we talk about how sometimes things that are far away don't impact us in the now and aren't directly impacting us today. But I think if we stand neutral in situations whereby we know atrocities are happening, it's a perpetual cycle that continues to go on. So looking at the situation in Palestine now, if people in the past had done something to be able to intervene, we wouldn't be at the point that we are today. And I think sometimes standing neutral, you are siding with the point of oppression, because what's the issue in you having a stance in something? If you know right is right and wrong is wrong, and while everybody has moral obligations that they think I believe in this and I don't believe in that, you can't stand and watch, especially let's say, for example, right now, the issue is with Palestine. People are sitting on the fence saying, well, I don't have enough information on something. But if you're seeing that 6,000 bombs are being dropped on a country that has no army to defend itself, I don't know where you can start to think to yourself that there is an impartiality that you can have there. And whilst, again, I'm appreciative that sometimes it is hard to speak on something that is very global to a point whereby people are being cut down for it. But in the same instance, when I'm fighting and asking people to see how it's impacting my people when it comes to Black issues, how can I now sit, even in the face of wondering about how those people care about me, my humanity and who I am and myself, I see the importance in human life, regardless of how that looks in a person. And I'm not the judge and the jury to say to somebody that you don't deserve humanity in this moment because maybe I just don't understand it. I can see from a point of view whereby it's far away from you. Again, being a part of something when it's right next to you, that's when you see it's a problem.
Have you
But
done
it starts
anything
to grow.
towards
It's
the
a,
situation? Have you actually done anything about it? Because if you haven't, you're just neutral anyway, you're
personally,
just talking.
I'm not neutral. I post about it on my socials. I've donated money and I'm educating the people around me. It's not about saying that. I personally cannot go to Gaza right now and go and help fight them.
No.
That's physically impossible. I can't do it.
Times, you know.
But and that's fine. That's not how I'm gonna go about it. But my point in what I'm saying is that if you stay silent on something, you are still being complicit in it. You're doing what the oppressor wants. You're doing what they don't like. They're saying, forget about it. Don't even talk about it. Because if we don't talk about these things, again, if for example with George Floyd, if everybody stayed silent on what happened, the world wouldn't have woken up for the time that it did. And I know we're going to say, like, did anything happen? Did anything change? But the point is speaking about it. There was a point in time when in apartheid South Africa, people were quiet for years. Nobody said anything. And then the people had a movement and said, no, this has to stop. Otherwise, we would still be seeing an apartheid state in South Africa today. For example, Nelson Mandela, for example, there was a point in time where they called him a terrorist for what he did. They called Nelson Mandela a terrorist. And now they're turning around and saying, this is a man of peace. So there's going to be a point in time where the people today that are fighting for Palestine are being called terrorists. And I'm not talking about Hamas. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that are fighting for the justice that is needed in Palestine. They're being called, oh, you're terrorists if you don't support Israel, right? For example. In 50, 60 years' time, I do not want my grandchildren asking me, did you stay silent on this or did you say something? How could you have let this happen and not had an opinion? That's something I can't even begin to think in my heart, because as somebody who, I don't care again, people will say, oh, you're supporting people who don't even support Black people. That's not my issue. That's not my cross to bear. My cross to bear is that I understand that there's humanity in everybody and everybody deserves to have a right to life. Life should not be taken away from somebody just because of one thing. If I'm starting to fight for Black justice, how can I even sit and watch justice being taken away from somebody else? Then I'm a hypocrite to myself. That's why I say envy.
Are you really a hypocrite to yourself? Because the reality is this,
before you
right?
respond, thank you very much for contributing so far. You've made fantastic points. No, you can continue, man.
Yeah, this is why I always tell Tatenda to call up, you know.
Yeah.
I've always liked every call that she's made. What I was going to say is, like, what happened to just normal, like, bandwidth? Because at the end of the day, if we're suffering, you know, in Nigeria, Ghana, whatever it may be in Africa, right? And you decided, you know what? I will stay neutral during the World War. Why? Because the people who are calling me to fight in the wars are telling me I can't even sit with them during the times where we have some type of reprieve, right? Also, those same people are colonizing our country, right? What happened to like those? Because a lot of the time, people actually think, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So yes, it's easy to say, yeah, you know what, this particular person's oppressed over there. Let's fight the Nazis and this, that, and the third. But the same people that's calling me to go and fight with them are the same people that's colonizing my people, taking resources from us. Like look at the problem with Africa today. It's all because of them. And yeah, I should fight for them. I should choose their side. Sometimes it's best for us to just mind our business.
Do you know what it is? I think I understand that point, and I'm not going to negate that, because I have family members who think the same thing. They're like, why am I being bothered about what these white people are doing when they're doing this to me myself? For me personally, I don't see the benefit in me not standing up for something that I see is clear injustice, because at the end of the day, it starts from somewhere. Unfortunately, the world sees black people in a certain way, and in my heart, I know they're always going to see us in a certain way. But for me and what I believe in that, especially the commandment that my Savior left me before he left this earth, is to love one another the same way that he has loved me, regardless of how somebody is treating you. In the face of standing up and saying that I know what I believe and what I think is right, I am not. Imagine depriving yourself of things that you believe and that you enjoy just to be spiteful. That spite does nothing in you. I have seen people put somebody down, but that person continues to do things out of the goodness of their heart because they know that that's what fulfills them. For me, even in this situation, just because I've seen somebody, especially coming from Zimbabwe, for example, I have seen what people have now turned to do to the white farmers in Zimbabwe. And I don't believe that that's right, because somebody has oppressed you. An eye for an eye doesn't do anything, because at the end of the day, exactly, and I'm going to go back to the example of what we're dealing with right now. Right now, we're saying, let me not think about it because it's far away. Guys, I'm genuinely terrified that if this gets to a nuclear stage, we are all going to feel the effects. Let's all be very clear. Because if Israel for 1 minute says, you know what, I'm going to go nuclear, because they could, you don't know if they will or they won't, tomorrow you will be crying saying I should have said something yesterday. This is why I always say, just because you're holding yourself that, if you're telling yourself that I'm not going to do anything because it's not affecting me today, tomorrow you'll feel the effects tomorrow.
Do you know
it's like saying to yourself, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully get what you're saying, but it's not a case of me or anyone who has this particular view. Anyway, I believe in I'm not going to do anything because eye for an eye is not good, or I'm trying to be spiteful. It's to do with the fact that we have limited resources. I only have so much energy, time, and effort. And all of that, to me, should be on the people that identify with me. And like right now, right as we speak now, and since we started TDA, there are people coming from the north, like our guest said yesterday, the Fulani herdsmen, what they called, Mieti Allah. They are coming down, taking our land from Yoruba people. They are raping people, they're killing people, they are all types of nonsense. That's happening in Nigeria. I've not heard one person, of course, maybe it doesn't get the publicity, granted, fine, right? But people are not identifying with my struggle. In fact, when I said that, people were laughing, talking about, oh, you ain't gonna go back home, you ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't necessarily give all my effort and all that to over there, where there's struggles over there, when those same struggles don't necessarily fully affect me. I'll be honest with you. Again, my priority personally anyway is about black people, right? I am sympathetic to human life, regardless of race, creed, and gender. I care about every life is valuable to me. But I understand that to everybody else, my life is not valuable to them. In Israel, black Israelis are being persecuted and subjugated by Israel government. Black Palestinians are being subjugated by Palestinians right now. So when you ask me to pick a side, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me because I feel like Afro-Palestinians, Afro-Israelis, African people, everyone from Africa, diaspora, let's focus on ourselves, because every time we go and help other people, it's a beautiful thing. We are spiritual people. We are one with people and the earth and God, right? But this has been our downfall. This is why the Arabs subjugated us for 800 years. This is why the Europeans did the same thing for 400 years and still are today. And yet again, when there's wars and need help, When they need teachers, they come over. They say, come over, come and help. Then they send you back and tell you ain't got no passport. Come over and help fight in the World War. Then they bury you with the dogs. They tell you go and eat with them people over there. They give more respect to German captives than people who were fighting for them. It doesn't make sense. They're letting us know.
Man.
They give more respect to ex-Nazis.
Yes.
They house them.
I was on horns, man.
But not when Tatende was talking?
No.
you get what I'm saying, Tatenda, though? Like, so I fully get what you're saying, right? And this is why I was saying yesterday, I fully agree with people like Stokely Carmichael, people who, and Malcolm X. They always try to relate our struggle, black people's struggle, especially back then in the 50s and 60s, to those in Palestine. I fully get it, and it makes sense. But I also look at the reality of the situation and ask myself, do we have the bandwidth to actually go over and have that much passion and compassion and actually do something without compassion? Because like Margaret is saying, we can say we care, but what does that care actually mean? You know what I'm saying?
I guess, and I understand from your point of view, like I know you've pointed out like the issues that black people face, again, wherever they are in the world, regardless of if you're Palestinian, if you're Israeli, if you're black in actual Africa.
Yeah,
that's a point. We can't negate that, right? But I guess to your point of when you're saying should I only care about the things that impact me today and that I only have the bandwidth for what I can deal with now, the only way that I can continue to like give that parallel, for example, is if you look at the issues of Palestine. There was a point in time where somebody thought, just like you, that was Palestinian, that people don't care about me, people don't want to do anything to help me, and now they've reached this point, right? So in my head, the only way that I can muster up, because again, as a black person, I am fatigued with seeing black bodies every time I open my phone. That's one thing I always wanted to say in terms of like being a black person and being overly connected with the world. We are, until like I would say today, in terms of like what's happening in Palestine and that we're seeing all the children that are being murdered and men and women that are being killed, that we're always seeing black bodies online, always seeing black people being killed online. There's a point where you reach a fatigue point where you're like, there's only so much that I can do. And if I have it within me to lend any more compassion, I will do that. And I think, again, it is an individual point of view where like I can give myself more or I can't give myself and I can only do so much. And that's understandable. But I will always say that, again, just because it's hard for me to think in my head that just because somebody treats a black person badly, that I'm now gonna never ever lend any support. I think it's a point of compassion that everybody has different levels of, like, and I feel like in this instance, we can't say, okay, this is what we're going to agree on. And I don't like the term agree to disagree, because I think everybody should just have their own opinion. It's not really an agree to disagree situation. But I think it's just that my level of compassion for me, speaking for me alone, and how I was raised and how because I've seen like subjugation that's happened with my people, especially in Zimbabwe. Like Mugabe fought hard to push white people out. Like he was like, I'm sick of this, like I'm over this. And to a point, I understand his point of view, whereby he was saying that the indigenous people should have that land. But then in the same breath, what he was doing to the Ndebele people in Zimbabwe, as a Shona woman, I couldn't stand for it. Yeah. Just because he's pushing, you see what I mean? There's levels to everything. And I think sometimes we get caught in our frustrations, and that stops us from having empathy as human beings.
I don't think no one's got empathy towards them, though. I think if you speak to most people, they are compassionate to the plight that's going on over there, and they empathise with what's going on over there. Like Brent said, I say free Palestine. If you ask me what's going on, I would say that I feel like what Israel have been doing is wrong, just for the fact that people say it's breaking international law. They're not being held accountable by the other countries and stuff, and the other countries should get involved and hold them accountable for what they're doing and tell them to stop. You know what I'm trying to say? Innocent lives are being lost over there. Innocent lives are being lost on both sides. I don't want no innocent children, women or men, to be being bombed in their sleep or to be shot down and gunned down in the street. Like, why would anybody want that? That's fine. If you ask anybody with any sense in their brain, with even the semblance of compassion in their heart, that's what they're going to tell you. But at the end of the day, what does it mean? Like, what am I doing? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what does it do for them? If you're not going to put actions into things, then like, then it's just, I hear it's just a sentiment that everybody that with any kind of heart should share, innit? I think, but if you're passionate about something, you should really want to go and do something that's going to help. And if you're not, then saying you're neutral is no different to caring about it if you're not doing nothing. You're in the same boat.
But because just one quick thing, but just to answer what you're saying, Miles, because I've got to go. But essentially, in the same breath, we're talking about an apartheid state, right? let's go back to an apartheid state we've literally just seen changes in. South Africa's got its problems. I'm not going to pretend. But people from the UK, from the US, not all of them directly went to South Africa, but the world spoke up and the apartheid state stopped. That's the point I'm going to make, because right now, Israel and Palestine, they subjugated Palestine to an apartheid state. People spoke up in South Africa and the apartheid state was broken. Granted, there are issues that follow after. I'm not a politician. I can't give you how to sort those kind of things out. But it changed something. And I feel like sometimes telling people that just because you say something, it doesn't mean anything. It does mean something. And I think taking the voice away from people, especially in the UK, let's not forget, here they're literally trying to make protests here illegal. There's to a point whereby even flying a Palestinian flag is now going to become illegal in the UK.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying that
when they ban it, are you going to go outside in the street and wave your Palestinian flag? Because if you're not, then what are you doing?
But my point is that, but my point in what I'm saying is that the last protest, I was there. Do you get what I mean? Like, there are things that I would do, right? And what I'm saying is that it doesn't just affect Palestine in the small term. The changes that are happening in the UK are going to affect us in the long term. When things are now impacting Black British people and protests are now illegal and we now can't speak our voice because we allowed things to carry on during when the Palestinian
You shouldn't
protests.
need permission to protest. It doesn't matter if they make it illegal. Who gives a shit if they make it illegal? You shouldn't need permission to protest.
But you know what?
Arrest us. We should
give a
still
shit
go
if
out. That shouldn't be enough to
And that's
deter
fine,
anybody.
but
Making
some
protests
people-
or making them things illegal shouldn't be enough to deter anybody who cares about the situation. Let's go and get arrested then. That's the whole point that I'm making. Like, if you're not serious, you ain't got the courage of your convictions, what are you doing?
Which is true, and I understand that point, but I'm also somebody who's a realist. Like you also have to be realistic in situations, which is why I'm just saying speaking out is still important. Because again, people saying that, you don't have a voice, there's no point in saying anything. Let's all stay silent on everything then. Every single matter in the world, let's just say, okay, cool, I feel sad about it and move on. Nothing's ever going to change if people don't actually get a point to say something. It doesn't matter if you're saying, if it's small or big, it's still impactful. So if everybody's opinion was the same, we wouldn't have the situation that we're having now in Palestine. Because clearly not everybody's opinion is the same. I speak to people on a daily basis from the job I work in, and people don't think like me. And you would think that it's a common understanding that I don't want to see women and children and men just dying for no reason. But a lot of people don't stand on the same side as me, which is why if I am speaking to those people and I speak to them every day on a daily basis and we talk about this and I'm seeing their opinions changing, why speaking about it matters, even if it's on a nuclear level. Because what's the point in trying to change the whole entire world if people around me I can't even try to infiltrate? That's where I try to start my justice from. The people that are with me every single day, that I see on a day-to-day basis, whose opinions do not align with mine. And again, it's that thing of being like, it's my opinion and it's what I think is right. And I'm aware that everybody has different opinions, but trying to change the people around you is where you start. You have to start from somewhere. It doesn't just magically happen. Like, unfortunately, it's not just I can't wave my wand and make everybody think that there should be no injustice. We are human beings, and that's one thing I always remember. Human beings, innately, I don't think human beings are good. I think innately human beings are bad, and we try our best every single day to do a little bit more good. So that's just my opinion on the matter. But thank you guys again for the call. I've got to get to work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, lovely.
Make sure you call up more, man.
Thank you. Okay, will do. Thanks, Manuel.
Have a good day.
Bye.
I thought you were going to say something. I kept hearing your mic, man.
To say something.
No, to be honest, Iman echoed my points, and that's not to say I don't empathise with what's going on. It's tricky for me because I don't know. I feel like it's gonna sound.
Girl, you know what you want to say. Yeah, I know. Just say it.
No, it's gonna sound thingy because you know where my passions lie, so you know where I pipe up.
Yeah.
So for me, that's where I pipe up. Because that's where my passions lie. And that's not to say I believe what's happening there, it's like, whatever kind of thing. No, because I don't stand with Israel either. But I guess I'm more of the thing of, I'm just
you minding your black business.
I'm for me and for what's going on. Like, for instance, I saw a flood happen in Ghana. And this was like 2 days ago or something. And I sent it to, funny enough, to my bro who did the post, and I was like, I did not hear anything. Like, what's going on here? And he was like, yeah, this happened. This was just, and I was thinking, no one was speaking about this though.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what's happening here? Like, what's going on? Like, obviously I had to get information And I'm just like, my thoughts and sympathies and stuff was like, okay, what's going on here? Like, things have happened now. No one ain't talking about it. It's not a thing because everything else has been dominating the news cycle.
And that's it. Because this particular quote-unquote war has been happening, but it hasn't been in front of us for the longest while. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if the Ghanaian flood or whatever was now in front of us, I think more people would have opinions on it.
No, I don't think they would. No, I don't think they would.
You don't think they would have opinions on it once it is that they see?
No.
I think more black people may. But other than that, I honestly believe black people have no friends.
No, when I say more people have an opinion,
Facts.
I'm not saying that the amount of people that are currently talking about this would be the same.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
Just
Yeah,
with
of
more awareness, you have more conversation.
Yeah.
100%. Right?
Yeah.
And the nature of the incident you just mentioned is a flood. Right? Yes, people are dying.
But it's not the same, of course.
It's not
it's
the
not
false
the same.
I'm not
equivalency.
We have
saying
to be
it's.
fair.
I'm
It's
not
not the same.
I'm not saying it's like comparable, but at the same time, it's still affecting people. Like, it's not. And I get it. Obviously, that's nature.
Nature.
Whatever happens.
Yes.
This is a actual full out apartheid and all that kind of stuff. But as it stands, I just feel like, as Iman said, we don't have no friends. And maybe I'm jaded. I'm jaded.
I don't think so. I think when God forbid this continues and escalates, right? But if it escalates, more nations are going to get involved. Your actual living is going to be affected. And people are going to be more opinionated about it because they're now being affected. Do you understand?
But their opinion is going to be stop the war, innit?
Precisely.
Yeah, but not because of them reasons, because of my living's affected, because my things going up and my versatility. So it's still.
No, I think it would. How would you then look to quote unquote stop the war? Wouldn't it be whoever's the ones pamming the particular country for everybody else to come in and say no, let's stop this? They're gonna go to the source of it. They're gonna look to go to the source of it. That's the way you stop it, right?
Maybe, yeah.
100%. And in doing that, who do you need to basically talk against or speak up against? The perpetrators, your oppressors. Do you understand? So you get involved anyway, even if it's a selfish cause, even if it's for a selfish reason, you are going to basically have your opinion and you're going to make sure you're putting on your stories. Because you want your living, your lifestyle to return to the way it was.
Yeah, but isn't
But I'm pretty even killed. Even if they did go to war, I ain't putting shit on my stories. I ain't doing all that.
Forget about the stories.
But
I ain't doing nothing, to be honest with you. I'm just going to hope I live.
Yeah, but you still talk here.
But I've been talking here.
I know. And to say that you're neutral, it's wild to me because
I never said I was neutral. You conflated two different things. Especially when we was talking about this, I never said I was neutral. We talked about something. We was talking about something different. You gave me a hypothetical scenario, and then you said, "Oh, but you came in here and you screamed free Palestine." Yeah, and then I explained to you, okay, cool, I was free Palestine, but what else though? What have I done? I ain't done nothing for it. I never sat here and said I'm neutral in that situation.
All right, let me retract what I said, as in you said neutral. Let me say instead, you said you're not going to do anything.
I ain't. What have I done?
I believe you have been doing something.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Okay,
so
I'm with you.
Let me retract the neutral. Are you saying I am neutral?
Yeah.
I believe you've been doing something.
Okay,
that's
fair,
why I
because I spoke about it.
Okay, you said
fair.
free Palestine.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
something.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry though, putting words in your mouth and that.
Yeah, but I think even with the Ukraine and Russia thing, that has been affecting us.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
It's been affecting us in a thing, but that don't mean I stand with Russia, and it damn sure don't mean I stand with Ukraine.
So are you neutral on it?
No, she's not. You have your opinion.
What's my opinion?
You have your opinion that both of them are racist.
Today, everybody's nice. Wait, they ain't for me, innit? Regardless, they ain't for me. So, to hell with both of them. But, yeah, but obviously it's directly affecting us in terms of what's happening with the cost of living, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, again, with Palestine and stuff, again, it's not like I didn't know about this before. I knew about this before. So maybe for me, this is not a new thing for me. I guess because of the way social media has worked, it's impacted it so much more. Like it's shone a light, but this has been a thing Like it's just not today.
Yeah.
And obviously because of what happened, what was ignited this whole it back up again. Again, I don't sound like, even when I was here before and I said, when we were talking about it, the entry point cannot be when what happened when the attack happened against Israel and they took hostages. That's not my entry point. Yeah. So no, and it may sound like I'm being heartless to Israel. I'm like, sorry, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care because that's not the entry point of when this started. So I don't actually give a hoot that why you're making noise now. Yeah. Oh, acting like victims when you've perpetrated so many things. You're acting like so. I'm definitely not for them because they're acting like victims right now and like to say they haven't done anything. And it's like, I don't like my only issue is I don't like how it's been purported in the media. Like every single time it's like Israel. And I'm thinking, but they've done stuff. They've done stuff. They're not innocent here. They're not. So
I hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good morning.
Morning, guys. Black Crop here. I think there's a difference between like neutrality and indifference. And I think Marx is indifferent, which sometimes I think might even be more dangerous than neutrality sometimes. Because when you're neutral, like for example, like the Ukraine stuff, I think I probably consider myself neutral because I can understand the motivating factors behind what Russia did and what Ukraine did in terms of geopolitics. But neutrality sometimes is off the back of not knowing who's right and not wanting to pick the wrong side. So sometimes you want to gather more information before you make a decision. But indifference, in my opinion, is when you pick a side. So like, as Mark said, he said free Palestine. So he's actually said, okay, I feel like the injustice is being done to them. But then you're going, I know this person is probably right, but I don't care enough to do anything about it. And I think sometimes that can be even more dangerous because, there's that whole thing of even if some people's motivation factors in life is self-interest, I think fighting for justice is still a self-interested act. It's still actually in self-interest because you're playing a long game. If you fight for injustice, that doesn't affect you. It's still in self-interest because there'll be a time when you will face injustice at some point. And if you're not fighting for other injustice, then, there's that, how do you say it? There's that poem that's all like, first they came for the communists and I did not speak. Then they came for the socialists and I did not speak. And then they said, and then they came for me and then there was no one left to speak for me. Mm-hmm. So that kind of encapsulates how if you go, not my problem. When eventually it comes around and it's your problem, because if everyone else thinks the way you be like, bro, that's your business, and you're like, I need help, guys. Do you know what I mean?
They've been thinking that's our business from the get-go with us, and I think that's why I'm jaded.
This is exactly yeah.
Christy, like, I kind of get you. I do get you. I'm kind of like that as well because like even with like the whole because I read up on how like how even like Israel when they're like, oh yeah, Israel's for all Jews, and then you see how they've been like, there was this report about how they had Ethiopian Jews. Ethiopian Jews were getting chemically castrated and not chemically like they were getting all that type of stuff. So I was like, I'm like you. Yeah, they were trying to basically get rid of all the dark-skinned Jews and all that type of stuff. So like, I'm with you, but at the same time, it's like justice, fighting for injustice cannot be transactional. And I know it's a bitter pill to swallow because I'm actually on your side. I'm more Malcolm than Martin, kind of like I'm with you and E-Man in terms of that. But like at the same time, it can't be transactional. You can't be like, oh, them man don't fuck with me, so I'm not gonna fuck with them. Because like
it's not even, that black folk. It's not that. It's more so understanding that you have limited resources, time, effort, whatever it may be. And it just makes sense that you need to put more of that into yourself, into your own people, because you can see that like the small percentage from other people is what comes to our people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, this is kind of how I see it. Imagine doing like, well, what country are you from, Black Rope?
I'm not.
Nigerian. Okay, so like the susu things that our parents used to do, or our mums right? Yeah. And then everyone would get the money each month, this, that, and the third. Yeah. Imagine doing that and you're always in December, right? But something always happens before you get your money.
You get your money.
You know what I'm saying? Now imagine you did that all the time. That's kind of how I see it. So it's like I'm almost contributing I'm always contributing. Everyone's always Africans are always contributing. We're always doing this. But when it's come time for us to get the contribution from everybody else, there's always an excuse. There's always a reason, and that's the problem I have. So I have no problem if because the reality is, and this obviously may sound some type of way, but the reality is, African people, we are the most compassionate people on the planet. We always care about our other people's problems. You know what I'm saying? We always do it, right? But the issue is people don't care about us, and we are always in the mud. We're always finished. Look at the coups that's happening. Look at the resources being stolen. Look at all the nonsense that's happening. People are not necessarily talking about that as much as they should. Granted, Palestine, Israel, that situation has been going on since God knows how long, almost 100 years now, right? But
and the rest.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what?
So much.
Do you know? I do get you, but do you know what a happy medium is? Because I kind of agree with you. I'm like, so like, if there was something that was going on that was directly affecting like black people and stuff like that, I'm more likely to get on the front line and do something that will maybe even be detrimental to myself, but for the greater good of my people. But when it's stuff like Palestine and Israel and stuff like, if someone sends me like a link to like a page where I can write to my MP, that's a low effort stuff, but it's still. So I'm like, I'm with you. I'm not going to do stuff that's going to be mad, but I'll still do what I can to a little bit of an extent. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the happy medium, right?
You know
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying don't do nothing, but do something. Do the things that I like.
Guess so,
again, because the media chooses what gets the PR and what gets in the thing. There's a lot of people who feel like, obviously, like you're saying, it's just the little things that you can do and this small, low level. But then there's little things that you can do to help our own community that you're not doing. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's what they're saying. If you do both, then at least, like at the minimum, then man ain't telling you not to care about them. Man is saying do both. Then you get what I'm trying to say? Care about us too, at least, because no one ain't caring about themselves. You get me? It's just about other people, and I think that's what they're talking about. Because yes, you can do, but you can also do for us as well. And no one ain't doing, and no one don't care. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think that's where it comes from. Like, no, you don't have to pick one side. Do both then.
Look at this simple example. Again, this might not be exactly the same thing, but for the longest while, right, every now and again, I might talk about how certain groups, the untouchable groups, right, talk about how, like, you can't mention their name, you can't do certain things, right? I've been saying this, but whenever black people been on the end of it, Kyrie, just as recent as Jamie Foxx, everyone came and gave reasons for why Jamie Foxx was the bad guy for talking, just being black, right? Yeah. When on the other end of it is Palestine, when there's other people now who can't talk and walk around freely and just express that they're in support of Palestine, now they can see the influence of this particular untouchable group, right? And feel like, oh no, our rights are at stake, and this is happening, it's been happening from before. You just didn't care because the recipient of it was black people. This is the issue I have.
Yes, but the problem is, if you want to get real, our problem is that we don't play the long game. If man that protest, that's good, and I think it's good. But like, if you're playing the long game, hypothetically, okay, black people, hypothetically, we have a PR issue. First of all, no one cares about us. Why? What we need to do is that we need to own our narrative. How do you own your narrative? The best thing you can do as a pro black person is to get rich and buy a media company, or do you know what I mean, like buy a media company, own your own narratives, so that it's not just love and hip hop and people throwing drinks at each other. We can show black excellence. Make sure that it's economically detrimental to mess with us. Every black person that gets rich and marries black is doing more, in my opinion, is doing more for the pro black movement than I don't know, this might be controversial, than sometimes, in my opinion, like the protesting sometimes. Because if you look back at how they got Israel in the first place, the Rothschilds made deals with with politicians, and they nudged them. So there was a couple of rich people that had the ears of the powers, and then they got themselves a country. If we have a couple black billionaires that are in position, we can own our narrative, so we can make sure, hey, no more shows that make us look like idiots. Don't badmouth us, or you're going to lose deals with these companies. And do you know what I'm saying? So we need to play the economic game. That's the long game. The protesting is good for the here and now, but the economic game is how you set a plan today, and in 8 years have your own country and media empires. I'm not talking about any groups in particular.
I hear you. You know, the thing is, I hope it, obviously everyone has different views, but I feel like in some way we're kind of all on the same side. We all want to speak out against the injustice across the world. You know what I'm saying? We all feel compassion for Palestine, especially because we all know the same thing's been happening to us and still happening to us today. It's just frustrating,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? That sometimes we always go out there and we put our lives on the line for other people and we don't get the same type of treatment back. And sometimes when we sit back and actually think about how people are being treated in those same countries, we find that we're coming up, with the short end of the straw. And it's just a bit annoying, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you back, Rob, man. I hear you. Appreciate your call, man.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for calling. Take care. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks back, Rob.
Thanks.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of touched on a lot of it, man. I think we can move on.
All right, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, people. So next headline, big trigger warning here. And the court has heard that a paedophile police officer has more than 200 victims and blackmailed teenage girls into sending images of them performing sexual acts on themselves. This animal is 23 years old, Lewis Edwards. He was a South Wales police officer and he groomed 210
How old is
girls.
this guy?
23.
And he has 200?
210. Groomed 210 girls between the age of 10 and 16.
Disgusting.
On Snapchat over a period of 3 years. This animal posed as a 14-year-old boy. He was covertly recording indecent videos and images which he forced his victims to make. The recordings were used by Edwards. This is the guy's name, Lewis Edwards. And he used these recordings to blackmail his victims into sending increasingly graphic and explicit images. He also sent videos of himself performing a sex act. He refused, imagine this idiot refused. He refused to attend his sentencing hearing. Why are they allowing these things?
First of all, I thought after Lucy, they changed that. Maybe it's under
I
review.
think they're trying to, they're trying to. I
They
don't
need
think
to
they've
force
done
them.
it yet.
They need to literally drag them by chains or whatever it is you got to do. And you will listen to that video and you will listen to all your victim statements. But that's stupid, man.
These are the people, again, these probably be liabilities, but these are the people you need to send to war. These are the people, because this is the kind of fodder that is okay for them to be kind of fodder. They can be at the front
Why
line.
didn't you send them to fake war? They go up, it's that kind of Nigeria used to do back in the day, firing squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the victims to fire it all.
And now we're gonna be paying our tax money on this idiot in jail, eating 3-course meals that some people can't eat now in cost of living.
And have eating. And some people don't have eating.
Yes. Anyway, this idiot refused to attend his sentencing hearing at Cardiff Crown Court, which began on Monday. The hearing, which is due to last 3 days, proceeded in his absence. Prosecuting Roger Griffiths said that the police investigation of accessible material revealed the online interaction between the defendant and the victims. He would say that he was going to post images he already had to friends and relatives of the victims. This is what he was doing. He was telling them, what you've given me already, if you don't send me more, I'm going to send this to your relatives. This is how he was. 210 girls.
At 23 years old.
It's so sad,
That's
man.
the devil's
What's going on there? Anyway, sorry guys, next headline. And according to a Guardian investigation, government officials are using AI and complex algorithms to help decide everything from who gets benefits to who should have their marriage license approved. AI is being used for everything.
I must say, people are just lazy now. What? That's just lazy.
They're trying to be more efficient. I don't know how it works, but let's get into it. So the findings shed light on the haphazard and often uncontrolled way that cutting-edge technology is being used across Whitehall. Civil servants in at least 8 Whitehall departments and a handful of police forces, are using AI in a range of areas, but especially when it comes to helping them make decisions over welfare, immigration and criminal justice, and things of that nature. The Guardian has uncovered evidence that some of the tools being used have the potential to produce discriminatory results. See? More of us being... Anyway, so an algorithm used by the DWP, Department for Work and Pensions, which an MP believes mistakenly led to dozens of people having their benefits removed. So this is just one example of how this particular tool can produce discriminatory results. So it was used mistakenly, in a particular way, and it mistakenly led to dozens of people having their benefits removed. Also, a facial recognition tool, which is used by the Met Police, has been found to make more mistakes recognizing black faces than white ones under certain settings. an algorithm used by the Home Office to flag up sham marriages, which has been disproportionately selected people of certain nationalities. So when they're trying to find out which one of these people are likely to be fake marriages, for some reason, it tends to focus more on certain groups of people.
Can you imagine? Even in the logarithms, we can't catch a break. It's mad. It's mad.
So artificial intelligence is typically, and this is in quotes here, trained on a large data set and then analyzes that data in ways. So it's like, we spoke about this before, innit?
Yes.
Like it doesn't necessarily just have a mind of its own.
Nope.
You train it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it analyzes that data in ways which even those who have developed tools sometimes don't fully understand. If the data shows evidence of discrimination, experts warn, the AI tool is likely to lead to discriminatory outcomes as well. Rishi Sunak recently spoke in glowing terms about how AI could transform public services. He said, from saving teachers hundreds of hours of time spent lessons, planning to helping NHS patients get quicker diagnosis and more accurate tests. But its use in the public sector has previously proved controversial. Same thing happened in the Netherlands, where tax authorities used it to spot potential childcare benefits frauds. But they were fined 3.7 million euros after repeatedly getting decisions wrong. Imagine, and plunging tens of thousands of families into poverty. So AI is not good enough to take over the world just yet, guys.
No.
If we can't even get this right. But our last headline, analysis of official figures have shown that more than 115,000 people with dementia are going undiagnosed because of where they live. So the number of adults living with dementia worldwide is on course to nearly triple to 153 million by 2050. In England, the NHS calculates that more than 700,000 people over 65 have dementia. But analysis of NHS primary care dementia figures released last week reveals startling regional variations in diagnosis rates, with a 45% point difference between the top and bottom performers. So in all, only 459,000 people in England actually have a recorded diagnosis, leaving more than 255,000 patients living with dementia without one. So they're just out there, nobody knows yet. And more than half of areas are failing to meet the government's target dementia diagnosis rates of 66.7% by April 2024, while 7 towns and districts have rates below 50%, including South Hams, which is 44%, and Tonbridge and Moreland with 48%. In contrast, though, 90% of patients with dementia in Stoke-on-Trent have a diagnosis, with Nottingham, Rotherham and Southend also having rates above 80%. It means that more than 115,000 people are missing out on a diagnosis because of where they live, solely because of that. If all areas had the same average diagnosis rates of about 80% as the highest performers do, then that would mean that 115,826 extra patients would know that they have the condition and they can get the necessary support. But that's it for the headlines, guys, and it's time to pay the bills.
Nice, let's get into some word and road. Okay, the lovely Chioma, who people know from Backchat, also Blue Therapy, and what we will know on Thursday, because I think I Might Cheat on My Girlfriend is in theatres from Thursday. Tickets are out, check it out. We had the Wright brothers on here if you want to know more about the play and more about them and what they do, check it out. So Chioma will be in that as well. But she's engaged, man. Congratulations to her. So she posted on the gram yesterday and said 1,000,000 times yes. Thank you for making love an action and not just a word. I couldn't imagine my life without you. My lover, lifetime partner, and my friend. So yeah, congratulations to her. Also, Kadeem Ramsay and Jasmine Jobson. So Kadeem is from Blue Story and Top Boy. He was Michael Wood's friend. I was going to say, what happened to him? Has people not watched Top Boy?
Everyone watched it by now.
The one he had to kill. And then Jasmine, Jax, they're going out.
Yep.
Apparently he's been in the...
I thought
apparently so, but I missed that memo. So here you go. I'm reporting it because I just found out. But they're really sweet, man. So big up them as well. And then I'm very quick today. Also, Jay-Z had a sit down with Gail. He's touched on this before. I'm sure someone's asked him this before somewhere, but I can't remember where. But anyway, he touched on this with Gail because she asked him, you know that whole conversation about would you sit down with Jay-Z or take $500,000?
Yeah.
Stupid question.
Why the hell would I want to sit down with Jay-Z? Why the hell?
He's a billionaire, though.
That's great, but you know billionaires, yeah? Billionaires don't just know billionaires. They know a lot of broke people. And there's a reason for that. Because just because someone's a billionaire doesn't mean that wealth will get transferred to you.
No.
If you don't come to them with substance, they are not giving you the blueprint of how to be a billionaire. So people that we're going to choose because they want to go and ask him questions, if you already don't have a business idea and something that you're working with that you want to go and have a conversation with him, if you think you're going to sit there and he's just going to tell you how to be a billionaire and he's going to sit there and try and discover your talents with you, you should have taken the money and gone on holiday.
Exactly.
You're silly. So billionaires can always talk about how they have friends who are like, oh, I've got this business, do you want to invest in it, and they're like, no. So why on earth would you think that if you sat down with Jay-Z, you were gonna tap into that billionaire's?
Yeah, I don't understand what kind of information I'm gonna get that's gonna get me to the money anyway.
I think it's like, as I'm saying, I think it's for people who do have the idea already.
I saw a lot of people saying they were gonna sit down with Jay-Z. I know they ain't got a pits.
Yeah,
those
people are crazy.
They got nothing.
But a lot of people
wouldn't think that though.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. This is why Jay-Z's saying that people are crazy. Take the money. You know what I'm saying?
He did that. He said, you've got, direct quotes, he said, you've got to take the money. Not take the money. Not I suggest you take the money. Not I think you should take the money. He said, you've got to, because that's the only option. He goes on to say, he said, hold on. He said, you got all of that, as in all the advice and wisdom you could ever want from him. He says, you got all of that in the music for $10.99, basically. Take the $500,000, go buy some albums and listen to the albums. If you piece it together and really listen to the music, it's all there. Everything I said was going to happen, happened. Everything I said I wanted to do, I've done. There's the blueprint. The blueprint to me and my life and my journey is there already. So go and buy the Jay-Z album. That will save you a lot of money. But I'm glad that Twitter discourse can kind of... Do you know what, though? The way Twitter is now, I wish we could go back to those days. You know those days of your mum and your girl want to sit in front, who gets to sit in the front? Those were lighter days. I take those conversations for granted. Given the foolishness that happens on there now, I would do anything to have a conversation about who gets to sit in the front of the car. I would do anything.
I thought they're still having those conversations, though.
Do you know what? With the wokeness and all of that now, those conversations are not as simple as they were back in the day. It's got a lot of oppression talking out. And I just miss those days. But it's all right. Elon is going to win because I'm going to leave soon. But that is all from me. Very, very nice and quick today. And let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I give you the news from an economics point of view. Like Esther, I don't have much to talk about today. First thing I wanted to mention is that the voluntary real living wage, which is paid by more than 14,000 companies in the UK, is to rise by 10%. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously low-paid workers are struggling with, pretty much everyone's struggling with the cost of living. But the lowest-paid workers, they're obviously feeling it the most. And so the real living wage, I should say, the voluntary real living wage, is about to go up by 10%. So the Living Wage Foundation, they actually set the wage, right? They announced it's going to be increasing it to £12 across the UK. This is except for London. So London, obviously, it's going to be a bit more. Not obviously, but it will be a bit more. And that's going to go up to £13.15p. So more than 460,000, so almost 500,000 workers aged 18 and over are going to be benefiting from this particular rise, right? Which is going to come into effect today, right? Although some bosses are saying, you know what, we have 6 months to implement the changes, so give us some time. But effectively, from today, everyone will be benefiting from this new, this new rate. Companies can opt into the scheme, which is launched nationally, which was launched nationally in 2011. A lot of the major employees that are involved, basically, is Aviva, Burberry, IKEA, Nationwide, KPMG. All of these are basically signed up to this. And so everyone that works for these companies will be benefiting from it. Again, it may take up to 6 months to implement. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, remember we spoke about the government housing immigrants in hotels and how much it's costing the taxpayer and things of that nature. Well, the government is set to confirm plans in January. And basically they're saying, by January, I should say, that they're going to end the use of 50 hotels. Yeah, man. So in March, I'm pretty sure we spoke about this. We found out that about 400 hotels were being used to house record numbers of asylum seekers. 400 hotels. And on Tuesday, Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick will be announcing, so later today, he's going to be announcing plans to start terminating these hotel contracts because effectively they're costing the taxpayer £8 million a day. £8 million a day.
So where are they going to house?
I have no idea. No idea. Maybe on the barge that they were talking about before. Because I think they've got rid of that virus that was going around. But yeah, that might be the situation. Plus, I guess by that time they're hoping the amount of immigrants that come into the country, migrants that come into the country, will be going down anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ministers have frequently criticised the costs. We've spoke about it on the show as well. And it's ridiculous. £8 million a day. But yeah, ministers have come out and said that, you know what, we're going to be reducing our reliance on hotels, you know what I'm saying, and find another way to house them pretty much. And that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Nice. Let's get into our... Sorry, sis, what would you do? All right. Hi, guys. Thank you for showing up and showing out every morning and entertaining us. I look forward to seeing how TNB and TDA succeeds in the future. Thank you very much, girl. Thank you. I've been offered a 6-figure job in Dubai along with a beach view apartment to myself and a driver. The plan was for my daughter, an only child, to complete her 1 year in college in London before moving with me to Dubai. However, taking this job would mean not being here for my daughter's 16th birthday or Christmas, as the job is highly demanding. I thought I could maybe fly her in on those days, but have been told that I will be traveling during that time with my new boss. My daughter has had a challenging few years since lockdown and has only started to feel herself and be happy again. I fear that not having me around for those special days will be damaging, as she definitely relies on me emotionally. But this job will literally change our lives for the better. What should I do? Should I be thinking about the bigger picture? This is very, very hard. This is very, very hard. Because I believe that when you have children, like I believe in making the right sacrifices. I also believe in the fact that obviously you need money to raise children, but I'm very big on money isn't going to raise your children, and you can provide in all the material things in the world for your kids, but if you're not there for them emotionally, then I feel like a part of that is failing as a parent, in my humble opinion. Keep your thongs on. So with this situation, honestly, I don't think there's any advice I personally can give you that will necessarily help. I think you've got to think about what's more important. Is this job, is it the most important thing, or is being there for your child throughout these special occasions more important? I was going to say, what's the child 16? Oh, she's 16. 1 year of college. Okay, wherever the country they're in. But I was going to say as well, you can speak to your child about it. I think, because that's tricky though, because I don't want, that's tricky because I feel like speaking to your child about it in a way might feel as though you're putting that pressure on her to decide for you. And she might just be like, oh no, mum, do it, and then it will still affect her. Honestly, this is a decision you have to make. Because I was going to say, because I thought when I saw college, it was like 18 or something like that. I was going to say what you could do is take the job and then make her birthday like super special from there, where you can maybe plan a trip for her and her friends, or they go to Disneyland for a day, like something amazing like that that will make the birthday so memorable. Yeah. And it could still be that. And I think, is it like, with the 1 year in college, are we at the top of the 1 year? Or are we like the last few months of the 1 year? Or is she due to start the 1 year?
Is it just for the year?
So basically, she's gonna move to Dubai. Her daughter's gonna move to Dubai after she's completed her 1 year of college. Yeah. But I don't know if her daughter's no, she's 16, so she wouldn't have completed it yet. 16, you're still doing your GCSEs, I believe.
Yeah. No, but she's saying 1 year, so clearly she's waiting for that 1 year, so there can be a transition, I guess.
Yeah, where her daughter was gonna be, well, she has to go now. But she's saying if she goes now, she's gonna miss her daughter's 16th birthday and Christmas. She's not gonna spend it with her daughter.
Do you think she meant to say complete her first year in college? Perhaps because obviously college is not 1 year, isn't it?
Yes.
I think it's 2 years, isn't it?
That's what
maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm
what
thinking.
country
So I'm
are they
thinking
in?
maybe do this. She's just
Okay,
she's
first
just
year.
the first year, and then she can obviously
Okay,
continue.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go first year. It's so tricky because as a parent, that's tricky, man. Because
it really is.
it's tricky. But then if that's something I don't know what your guys' situation is now, and if that's something that's gonna completely change your life, then yeah. But I think even I don't know if you've spoken to your boss or something, like wherever you are, if you could at least fly your daughter in and you could have a dinner with her or something. It is tricky.
Yeah,
but I think you've got to think about what the child you have, and if she's had difficult times, if she's had a challenging time since lockdown, that was 3 years ago, and she's only now getting in like back in a good place, it might not be worth destabilizing that for job promotion.
It's just the annoying thing is that obviously this could change their lives forever, and I think this Dubai might be a new change for her daughter that her daughter will benefit from as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, a new start in life and all that type of stuff. I think your idea about maybe paying for a holiday with her friends or whatever maybe have, but then again 16 is too young, innit? You need a guardian to kind of travel with them somewhere, innit?
Oh yeah, but then you have like an auntie or something.
This is basically what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe fly them to you, but with an auntie. So maybe an auntie and her, and you know what I'm saying, or something.
And you can plan something special that way.
Because even if let's just say you're in Dubai, right? You fly into Abu Dhabi, for example, right? You're gonna eat lunch, you're gonna eat dinner, right? Maybe they can meet you there, have a dinner, whatever it may be, something nice, but also promise to do something else with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because long term, this could really change her life, man, and really be the new start that you guys need.
Because clearly the daughter's staying with someone that she trusts here for this year.
Yes, exactly.
So trust enough to be here while she's accepted this position.
Yeah.
So I feel like what you said, would make more sense to kind of try to incorporate that some way and that person to make it less painful that she's not going to be at Christmas and stuff.
Because I think because sometimes with kids, you just got to explain things to them, you know. Just got to explain things to them. But I think sometimes there's a difference between explaining things to them and not putting a lot of responsibility. I don't believe in putting responsibility on kids that they shouldn't be having. It's tricky. I feel like if it's a life-changing job that you absolutely feel like you don't want to pass up on, and you feel like, and also, do you feel like it might never come around again? Not because you want it, but maybe your age or where you are in the industry and blah blah blah, and how your industry works. It's the thing where if you decline one promotion, you ain't never seen another promotion in this town. Do you get me? So I guess think about stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But if it is a thing where you can, if you know that it won't affect your daughter, not the bubble giving me thumbs down. If you feel like it won't affect your daughter gravely, then I would say take the job and then speak to her about it, and either come up with a plan of how you can make a birthday special, or you got to figure. You definitely got to do something special, and Christmas as well. You got to do something. But
I feel like she's already made the hard decision because she's already going to be away for a year. So for me,
but she wasn't meant to go now though. So she wasn't meant to go like she wasn't meant to go now. So she wouldn't have missed her 16th and her thingy and her Christmas. But also, I guess even if it was a case where she was going to go now, she didn't think she would have to miss that. She was going to fly in for those, but she's on a work trip during those times. So it's not so much her leaving her daughter. I don't think that's so much dilemma. It's that your daughter's had the last hard few years. 16 is a milestone birthday, and Christmas is also a family thing. Like that's difficult not being your family. So it's missing those two because you're on work trips, and how your daughter will take that. And also as well, I'll be real with you as well. If you're saying your job is demanding, this might not be the last birthday you missed then, and this is the beginning of emotional neglect for children. Because if your work is so demanding, you're gonna miss the 17th, 18th, 19th. You're gonna miss hella birthdays and trips, and that's another thing you got to consider. Is it just demanding right now, where you're missing these milestones with your daughter, or is this how the job is? Period. So you're gonna be missing stuff left, right, and center.
But I think because if they're living together, it may
be less of an impact.
Effect,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're living together. So I may not be able to celebrate your 16th on the Tuesday, but on the weekend maybe we can do something. You know what I mean? So it may be a bit less. So it's a tough one.
Yeah,
man.
it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's tough because I'm obviously considering, like in my brain, I'm thinking if it's me, I would kind of like take the job in it. But if I'm the sole parent though, I feel like I would see it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, because even now, like I don't like my daughter saying, "Oh, Dad, stay with me," and I have to go to work. I hate it.
It's so,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about birthday and things of that nature.
Where it's come across like she's the sole parent, so it's more difficult.
That's what I'm saying to you. Yeah. But like you rightly said though, they have kind of already agreed that she's going to be away and her daughter's going to be here for a year anyway. So they've kind of got that already.
Because that'd be difficult anyway as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm much more missing birthdays and such.
I think, especially with the type of pay you're getting, 6 figures and all that beautiful stuff, right? Spare no expense to get her to the city that you're in where you're doing your work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have a dinner, have a lunch with her, and fly her out with her guardian, whoever's looking after her here.
Ask the manager if you can at least have one full day with her.
If they can make an allowance at least.
Yeah. Tell your workplace how serious it is, man. Like, you're obviously a great somebody that they're looking to get in this job. They wouldn't want to lose you because of one day. You know what I'm saying? I think they would sacrifice that. Be like, look, of course, spend it with your daughter. But obviously, come back to work and let's yeah.
I wish you the best, man.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations
100%.
on your promotion if you do take it. And love to your daughter. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, man, if you guys have got dilemmas...
it was Lala.
Oh, is it?
She won't say that.
She's sent it in the chat.
Oh, I thought she messaged you private. I was thinking, ma'am.
No, she's sent it. Oh.
Big up Lala, man.
Big up Lala. If you guys want to send your dilemmas in, the number is 075-6484-1073. Should have called in and give us context then.
Yeah. Do you want to call up if you can?
And the email address is...
Congrats, though. Oh.
Yeah, congratulations. The email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. And yeah, let us know if it's asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Let us know the vibes. That's it. Let's get into our next headlines.
In a day? All right, so our next headline takes us to Zimbabwe, where apparently they've been struggling to contain the spread of cholera. There's been an outbreak, and the government's announcing measures amid fears of a repeat of its 2008 outbreak that sparked a national emergency. So cholera cases span all 10 of Zimbabwe's provinces, with the most alarming spikes in the southeastern provinces of Masvingo and Manicaland, which is the epicenter of the crisis. Cholera outbreak has killed more than 100 people and infected 5,000 people since February, this according to government estimates. To curb the spread, the government has imposed restrictions in vulnerable areas, limiting funerals to 50 people and forbidding attendees from shaking hands or serving food at these gatherings as well. Authorities also are discouraging people from frequenting open-air markets, unlicensed vendors, or outdoor church camps where sanitation is scarce. So yeah, man, hopefully they can get it under control.
She's calling for contact.
Okay. Good morning.
Hi guys, morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for your advice. Honestly, it's been so hard. She will be with her dad, so I'm not just doing everything on my own. So she will be with her dad, but I can't imagine not spending her 16th birthday with her. I feel like if it was one or the other, it wouldn't be too bad. But it's both. And I've literally said to them, look, can I have these days off? Because it's my daughter's 16th birthday, and also I would like to celebrate Christmas with her. Mm-hmm. But because I'll be working for an Arab family, they don't celebrate Christmas. So it's not really something that they care about, really.
Yeah, I voted for that. Because you can still at least be respectful of other people's celebrations and other people's stuff. That's so cheeky of them.
Yeah. And my family, a lot of my family are saying that's a bit of a red flag, that they don't have any compassion for the fact that I have a daughter, because they have 2 kids as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No, I can't see far. Hold that.
but you know they don't. Anyway, let me behave myself. But yeah, it's annoying though, man. It's annoying. So what? obviously it's gonna be expensive, yeah. But can you fly her out and her dad as well, maybe like for a day? Obviously they can spend longer, but you spend like a day with them, have dinner, lunch, something nice.
Well, I thought I could do that, but basically they're saying that I'll be traveling. They don't know exactly where, but I'll be traveling around that time because they travel a lot around Christmas.
Okay.
And around December. So they're like, they basically just said no. Like they were just like, you can't have the time off. And they're like, listen, please think about it. We really want you. Like we really want.
Well, then make some concessions.
So if they really want you, they should be able to give grace. I don't understand.
Well, wait a minute though. When can you have some time off? I'm thinking if she's gonna be with her dad and like other family and stuff for her birthday and whatnot, yeah. Because I feel like you can still do something really special from over there. I feel like your daughter will be understanding because she'll have her dad there as well to explain to her like, mum would be here if she could kind of thing. But this is what she's done, that kind of stuff. You could also, when you get some time off, do something with her. But like you guys can go on a trip and literally do the whole 16th birthday again.
Do you feel like?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm just thinking about how she's going to feel on the actual day. I think mum guilt is such a big thing, and it's like even when I've been here and I'm working on special days, it's like I feel so bad. Let alone being out of the country. Like I've worked on her birthday before, but I finished at a certain time. We've managed to meet up, because I'm in the same country. But when it's abroad,
Well, you know when you
say, I don't know.
You know when you say that you feel bad, how does she feel though? Because I feel like mummy guilt is a thing, but sometimes your kids are just having a great time and they're not even checking for this.
No, she's an only child. She's like very needy. She's very clingy. She's very
mummy's girl.
She's that kind of.
Yeah, she a mummy's girl or daddy's girl?
She's definitely a mummy's girl.
Yeah, girl, you can't take that job.
100%.
That's a lot. I can't lie to you.
Do you think you can call their bluff?
Because I was like, if you really want me, just be like, oh no, like my child has been difficult, and like at least you got two.
Yeah,
I've got one.
Yeah, this is the thing. This job, it's like a private job. So it's like a whole household team of staff. I will be the wardrobe manager. So she would need me wherever she travels. She needs me to dress
it's
her,
very, very uncool.
pack for her, all of that stuff. Yeah, and so I've literally said to them, look, this is the date I want because it's my daughter's 16th birthday. I was very clear. And they were just like, no, sorry.
Or how about but that's the thing though, because even with the way the job is demanding, even if you do know where you're going to be and you fly your daughter and your daughter comes with her dad, you still might not even have time to have a dinner with her.
This is it.
Exactly, that's my point.
You do get days off though,
part of
right?
me's just like, yeah,
Like
I'll get
weekend.
days off, but that's another thing. I asked them about holiday, and she was like, yeah, the madam will tell you when you go on holiday. And I was like, oh, okay, this is
intense. I'll be honest with you. You sound like they might make you sell ass over there. I'm gonna be real with you because this is
not so honest.
Girl, you heard the stories.
Job, guys. No, this is a legit
That's so
job.
demanding.
This is something. It's just it's very demanding.
No, because you can at least tell me that you got this many days.
Yeah, I have 28 days, but they will decide when, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Question, Lala. You deserve this job, by the way. You really deserve this job. Different reasons. But has she ever been away from you for a long time?
No.
Okay.
Unless I'm on holiday.
And when you've been on holiday, like, how has it been with her? Has she been crying and stuff?
Yes. The last time I went on holiday for a week, she cried. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Lala.
Because I wasn't here for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
You can't be the 16th. I'll be so real with you. You actually, I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Do you know another job will come?
Can I ask you?
With favourable.
I don't want to go there just yet.
Yeah.
Just yet.
The girl was crying for New Year's.
I was ready.
That's because she couldn't be back for New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but exactly. But she's
There
gonna
was an
miss.
expectation that wasn't met.
No, it's not. But okay, I hear that. But I raise you. She wasn't there. She's missing the 16th and Christmas. Are you gonna make it in time for New Year's? We don't even know. That might be another one. But let's say the 16th and Christmas. Because New Year's, New Year's is not that deep, really and truly. Do you get what I mean? But that she was upset about that. How much more the weight of the 16th and Christmas?
She was upset because I'm like, we do a lot of traditional things. So we have traditional birthdays, Christmas, and I'm very extra. I do like hampers for the kids at her school. I'm like a very involved mum. So when I'm not here, it's like things are not special. Things are done well because her dad does things well, and he will always, try. But he's not me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
he's not me, and he's not going to care about attention to detail and things that I care about.
All right, so there's the bird in the nest, isn't it? The little child in the nest. You're not going to kick them off.
I'm not going to say
wait. But what age is it going to be a case where it changes? If there's no practice before then.
When Mini Lala turns 18. When it
is it an 18 thing, you think? You think, really?
I think so. I think,
really?
I feel like when she becomes a lot more independent and stuff like that.
How does she do that?
Yeah.
If it is,
she's 16. What were you? No, I don't want to ask that. No.
In 2 more years.
That's what you were doing at 16. I don't want to know. But she's 16. At 16, you're still at home. I went outside at 16.
Yeah, she still lives at home now. And also by then she will have a little job, little part-time jobs, because she wants to work and she's excited about getting her national insurance number and all this stuff. So she'll have a bit more freedom, a bit more independence. So she'll be a bit more emotionally, I guess, mature.
I think you should start now, to be honest.
No, but that's a lot though. You're basically pulling the rug from under her.
Not pulling.
We know I don't do well with
those.
Because
you will still FaceTime every day, right? You still keep in contact with her, and it's gonna be clean broadband. It's not gonna be choppy. So you can have a big screen. Call. So it's like you're there.
No, but it's 16th and Christmas.
Promise her something like.
I do think you can make up to her that. I really feel like when your time off here, you guys can actually go on holiday somewhere. Even if she's got school, take her out of school. Like literally, imagine that you come out from holiday, as in like you're on holiday from your work, and then you guys go somewhere.
You know what? Take her to
Spain
Dubai. Let her see the view. And say soon come.
Not soon come.
Soon come. Because she's going to be flown out to Dubai after the first year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the entire life changes anyway, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how it is I'm turning this down. I don't have children, so obviously take my advice with just
I'm a child who didn't live with my mum though. That's why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. I didn't live like, do you know what I mean? So it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I just saw someone in the comments say it will be hard because she's an only child. And I think that's what it is. I think a lot, like there's kids her age that are not only children that seem maybe more mature than her because she is an only child, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that is where I struggle as well. But
so funny, I was an only child for a while. They fed me to the wolves.
Okay.
but you know what, yeah? Like obviously I know you said that the holidays, yeah, like Madame will decide. But like surely, yeah.
Madame, not Madame. They're two different people. You don't want to come across as Madame. No, Madame would just. Madame will tell you. That's so lonely. You ain't trying to hear that.
Actually, that's what she said.
Madame
and also, sorry, I forgot a really important factor. The husband of the lady I'll be working for works for the government. So that's why everything's so intense and there's high security and it's like there's so much going on.
So okay, but you know what? Yeah, what are your weekends gonna be like? Do you at least get like 2 days off?
No,
I'm working. I'd basically be working 6 to 1, so I'll be working 6 days a week.
Okay. And your daughter's birthday doesn't fall on that one day, does it?
Why are you gonna fly to London and come back?
She can shift the daughter's birthday.
Because like everybody, like if your birthday falls like I don't know on a Wednesday, you don't celebrate on a Wednesday. Like sometimes you celebrate on a Saturday.
But like as a kid when you go to school, especially it's a birthday during school time.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's gotta have a nice little what's those things called?
Wait.
There's a whole thing.
This is not a dilemma. You know you could pull her out to school, right? If it is that she's missing mommy so much, come.
No. You're 16th. You're not trying to miss that with your friends as well.
So what? Independence now.
What? No, she's going to school, you egg.
I hate you, but she's fine going to school without the mummy, right?
This is what I'm saying to you, yeah? Listen to me, I don't know what you're doing.
Again, take my advice with the picture thought.
We are. No, you don't have to tell me that. But to be fair, the point you guys are trying to make is she could actually fly out by the time she gets there, that one day that you're off, you guys could do something.
And bring your friends too.
I ain't spend money on all your little friends. I'll bring one friend.
Just one.
The madam will make it so, right?
the man doesn't even give her time off.
Well, it's a 6-figure job, so it's like I don't. And the thing is with my daughter, she's quite well traveled. Like she doesn't really care about you're gonna get a thing or you're gonna get it. She doesn't care about that because she has it. Like her dad provides, I provide. Like we live quite well, so it's like promising her.
I'm trying to hear what she's saying.
Sorry.
Like it's not doing it for her. Yeah.
Oh man.
So.
Okay, can I ask you?
Well,
like, your current job, yeah. Are you moving from like? Is this a substantial pay increase, or just kind of a decent pay increase? Substantial, yeah.
Well, it's basically 50K more than I get paid now.
Yeah, she should be fine. I'm telling you, she'll be fine. I'm telling you, trust me. If my parents told me at 16.
Wait a minute. Any Nigerian that says trust me, you do the complete opposite. Especially when it's a Ghanaian face in Nigeria. You do the complete opposite.
Oh, gosh.
I'll be honest with you, I feel, do you know what? I might actually be on board with the rest of the room, man.
You know what? I'm
really.
I can't like.
Maybe you gotta make it special from
because I know how my.
You can't tell. You're projecting. You're nuts. She's like, you're not with
My parents would have just gone. They said, look,
for less. They said, go. No. Because I'm trying to project as well. Because I'm the opposite. I'm the other side. But I would say, I honestly think just make it special for her, and then when you can, make up to her, man. Yeah. Take her on a trip, go on a holiday, do something. Yeah. But you have to explain to her, like, listen, this literally changes the game for everybody.
I'm telling you.
And girl.
Literally.
Yeah, and then if you can, that one day, the 6-1 you got off, if possible, if it falls on a weekend, you can see if she can fly out, bring one of her friends with her. Yeah. That's so exciting. The fact that your mum is flying you and your friend out, that's lit. She's gonna have the best school story.
Lala, has she been to Dubai before?
True. Yeah, loads of times for work. And
she'll see it again. She'll have that golden pounder jam from NH this time.
Living life,
girl.
Exactly.
Come on,
yeah, man.
You and a friend.
No, she asked if she has been to Dubai, not you.
No, has the daughter. Lala, you say your daughter's been, right?
Yeah, she's been. Yeah, she's been.
Yeah.
So that whole, just let her see the view. She's seen the view.
Yeah,
she's seen it all.
She's seen it all.
She's seen it. Like,
but then when you get,
but tell her, imagine permanent.
Yeah, but if you get some time off for New Year's, you guys can actually take a trip. You could take a trip.
Yeah, man.
I think it's possible to make it.
That's
like,
true.
there's people that can come into your house and literally set up a whole thing. Let her wake up with balloons around her, or go to school, come back home with balloons and fireworks and all sorts. Like, there's so many ways to make to actually celebrate people from a long distance. There's many ways you can do this.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
It's true, man.
Hey, man, don't let your child block your
Yeah. Even with her friends, like, they could go out for dinner. Like, there's so much stuff that can actually be thought about.
Yeah,
100%.
especially in Dubai.
You can make this super
No,
special.
I'm saying even if she doesn't fly out to Dubai, even if she's in London here, there's so much that you can do
for real.
from Dubai that will make her know that, this, that, never.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make this super
It's a family sacrifice, man.
Definitely.
To fair, life is about sacrifices.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's certain
Suffering.
things.
Well, thank you so much.
I was gonna
guys.
say, mate, she's gonna have to learn.
No, there's some nice things that I'm pretty sure she hasn't experienced in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
let's just say Friday to Sunday,
Yeah,
come with
yeah,
a friend,
nice stuff.
business class potentially, or
Yeah, we
just
see we're doing too much.
premium
Our friend already
economy.
coming.
Okay, premium economy.
There you go. The extra leg room.
Come, you know what I'm saying? Extra leg room. Come there. You know what I'm saying? Friday,
true,
chill,
very
do what you're
true.
doing. Saturday, chill with me on my day off.
This is
Sunday, go and
Yeah.
do what you're doing. I'll see you off at the
Yeah,
airport.
she'll be gassed with her friends. She'll be
100%.
gassed.
Yeah, if you fly one of her friends out with her, having a great time.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like her best friend, not the one that you're gonna go on holiday and have an argument with. No one that's got you
Oh,
like.
God.
No, you got a good friend, even like a cousin she's really close
Yeah,
to
or
or something.
cousin, yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah.
She'll have a time.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Yeah. But congratulations, girl.
Yes, man. Black excellence and that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
congrats,
you.
girl.
I'll let you guys know what I decide.
Yes. Let us know, man.
Thank
Enjoy the
you,
view.
guys.
All right,
Bye.
all right, girl. See you later.
All right. So our next headline. Trigger warning, guys. A coroner has ruled that a series of very stark failures by the probation service contributed to the murders of a mother and 3 children.
Oh, that's so sad.
Terry Harris was 35, her son John Bennett, 13, daughter Lacey Bennett, 11, and Connie Gent, 11, were murdered by some animal by the name of Damien Bendel in 2021. So Bendel was on license at the time, right, and was managed by overworked and inexperienced probation officers. Relatives of the victims have called for decisive action. Senior coroner Peter Nieto recorded that Miss Harris, who was pregnant, her children and her friend Connie were unlawfully killed. He said that this was contributed to by acts or omissions by the designated state agency for offending management in the course of Damien Bendel's offender supervision and management. He stressed that Bendel bore primary responsibility for the brutal and savage murders, but there were several stark acts or omissions by the probation service. Sad. And the last headline, trigger warning as well. You guys heard about the Storm Babet?
Well, I felt a storm the other day, so if that's the one.
Yeah, I think that's some of the effects of it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are suffering out there up in the north, you know.
Yeah.
So a man, unfortunately, again, trigger warning, has been found dead inside of a vehicle.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, after he became trapped during Storm Babet's flooding in Aberdeenshire. Officers in Mary Kirk had been searching the area since Friday after torrential rain and high winds hit northeast Scotland during a red weather warning. The force said that the body and the vehicle had been recovered. Formal identification is still to take place. However, the man's family has been informed. Apparently, another person, I think an old woman, she passed away as well. Apparently, her son, I think, was coming to go and see her. And they when you put like them sandbags under the doors and stuff to try and prevent all the rain coming in. It didn't work, man. And the storm's crazy. And the water literally filled up the house up to like...
Shit. She was in there?
Yeah. So when they came, the water's drained out now. They found her on the ground. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, sad. So yeah, man. Another guy, John Gillen, was 56. He was killed, unfortunately, on Thursday after a falling tree hit his van. Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened. Yeah, man. Like,
falling trees are so scary. When it snows and stuff, I just stay in my house.
Yeah.
It's so scary because it literally it's so random.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the headline. Sorry to end on a bad note. But yeah, it's time to pay the bills.
That's right. Let's get into the reaction.
That's it, really.
Well, as Beyonce would say, Tottenham Hotspur they beat Fulham 2-0. That's that for your reaction. Let's get into outro. Alrighty, big up y'all. You know what to do? So basically, you guys know Miss Mariah is doing a drive, collecting shoes, books, clothes, school items, things that you no longer need for the lovely children and families in Uganda. I think you got until January to get this done, but let's not all wait to the last second, you know? So if you got them, if you can start clearing, putting the bags together and all sorts, please contact her on Instagram, Miss_Anne Mariah.
And she will arrange collection.
What a lovely girl. Yeah. She will arrange collection. So this is at your convenience. Yeah. So please make a convenience soon. Big up Miss Mariah for that. Yeah. Big up all of you guys that tuned in. Big up our lovely... What's going on here? Our lovely Mel, who is from Zambia, celebrating Independence Day, and sent us Zambian food. I ate a worm, y'all. But big up Mel.
So you can do I'm a Celebrity now?
You people will starve. Because they didn't make you like kangaroo penis and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's that, buddy.
Not my mouth I pray with. No, this mouth.
Can I quickly just say her details?
Yes, of course you can.
So www.mybaker.co.
That's right.
Not .co UK or whatever. .co, please, yeah?
CO.
You can email her hello@mybaker.co.
That's right.
And if you want to call up as well, 0203-239-4399.
That is right.
Tell her TDA sent you.
That is right. So big love to Mel. Thank you very much, babes. And big up you guys as well, tuning in the chat. You guys always bring the banter, always A1. # free Rebecca. Rebecca has been MIA since yes, she just swindled us, her friend. They've got to talk about that friendship. You know, you got to really think about how that friendship is going, really, at this point. But big up Miss Rebecca. And as always, big up the researchers. I know the researchers were glad.
They were laughing at you, man.
Good. I know they're thinking, wait a minute, it's about us. But as always, big up our researchers. We appreciate you, our lovely guest hosts. I'm not going to say thank you to you after today, by the way.
Why?
Because I don't get a thank you when I come here.
Exactly.
Wow, you're part of the family.
Oh, I'll take it.
Hey, do you know what I mean? Like, you'll be
I'll
right.
take it. I'll take it.
But thank you.
After Brent tried to give out my guest spot to the swindler. Can you imagine?
That's not what I did.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't.
All you're saying is I didn't. You're not explaining.
He's smiling. Look where he's smiling.
No. I said that after I said something naughty. Do you understand? It's about this.
But yeah, big up all of you guys. Please follow us on our social media platforms. Honestly, yeah, the clips are clipping. I'm going to tell you that for free, right? Brent is working hard to put them clips out. So please let Brent know you fancy him. Okay? All the girls, I know you'll be finding the comments and whatnot. I'll be reading between the lines. Go and like the clips, share them on your stories, do all that great stuff. Put people onto TDA.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they was happy to meet Brent in real life.
I know, you always are.
The Wizard of Oz, they now saw him.
Exactly. But you know what it is? The more events there are, Brent will come and support.
All the time.
But if you don't keep sharing and reposting the clips, Brent is going to send us. And I know you're sick of me. You're sick of seeing me. I know you are. It's too bad. I'm stuck here. But... So please keep liking the videos. Like the videos, subscribe to the channel, like our social media stuff. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I keep telling y'all, join the Twitter community. Join the community space on Twitter. Yeah. It's called The New Black. I'm sure some of you have noticed Mighty Network is gone. So there's nothing to say about that. But yeah, join our Twitter community. When we've got some tea for y'all, and we do be having tea over here, we will be spilling it in there. First and foremost. So don't carry last. What else is there? Dilemmas, if you want to send your dilemmas in. Also the number to call when we're live, it's 075-6484-1073. And if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email the team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. I'm sure you guys noticed that there was 5 when we started, and there's currently 3? The other 2 are going on a honeymoon. So if you want to see them back, like the video. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.